you. So go to Houzz Pro. That's Houzz Pro to start growing your business the smarter way today.
Since 1992, Mills Air has kept Orlando cool. Visit millsair.com to schedule your service today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword DEPOSIT, 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 to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's deposit, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We do have a good one for you today. Lots and lots of stuff coming at you. We'll start with woke news. Let you find out what's happening out there in the world. Devil take care of that. 4 o'clock, Animal House. We also have a special, an interesting conversation that I'm sure a lot of people have to deal with. It came out of our Facebook page, our gym members page. We'll talk about that as well. Scott Maxwell today, trivia, Ross thoughts, your calls and text all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Badgett.
Look who it is. It's Jim.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Of course, you can always find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That's at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. Take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio app. And, of course, you can stream the show and see us do it live, which means you can see me choke Ross out. You can do that at JimColbertLive.com. Just click right through the stream there. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I'm basically giving you your version of here's Johnny.
All right.
I mean, same level, same tier.
Mm-hmm. Same tier. Same exact tier.
Look who it is. It's Jim.
407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. Everybody have a good Wednesday so far?
Ooh, stellar.
It's a beautiful day.
Absolutely.
It really is.
You ride today, buddy?
I did, yeah.
How many miles you at?
It just today, 10.
10 miles. Just a little pissant 10-mile run?
Yeah, but like the past couple of days, I was like trying to push it and, kind of get more out of it. Today, it was a bit more leisurely.
So
just
like a cruise.
Yeah, just enjoying the weather.
Yeah. So when you crush it, though, I mean, you get at it. Are you trying to set a time limit for yourself? Like, if you I need to do 20 minutes and or 20 miles in half an hour? Or?
No, well, it's usually it's 10 mile is my regular run. It takes me about, between 45 minutes, 55 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, if I can push it a little more, like 13, 14 mile an hour average, it's more of a workout. You'll actually have more of a sweat. It's less leisurely, and you get more exercise out of the deal. You're burning more calories.
Mm-hmm.
Today was just getting out there and kind of enjoying the day.
I got up twice. I actually stood up twice today. I was pretty proud of myself. Straight up.
Did you get dizzy?
That second time, I got to tell you, it was a little, it was a little sketchy.
Drink more water.
Yeah, you got a whole new definition of sit-ups.
407-916-1041. We all love our fast food, right? We all have our fast food junkies. What's your favorite fast food, Ross?
Fast food?
Yeah, and you got to throw Beefy King out because although Beefy King is fast food, it's kind of local fast food, so it doesn't count.
God, I don't mind, and this is kind of a hot take, I guess.
Yeah?
It's the bougie of fast food to me.
Oh, my gosh.
Arby's.
I just had that for lunch today.
Arby's is the bougie fast food? I didn't know that.
It's kind of bougie. It's kind of bougie. If you look at the prices, a little bougie.
And people mistake places for Panera and Chipotle as fast food. That is not fast food. That's called fast casual.
Right.
All right. It's a big difference because most of them don't have what I'm about to talk about because there's a major player. By the way, yours is Arby's?
Oh, no, I got to say I love the flame grilled burger at a Burger King.
You like a Burger King?
Married with a McDonald's French fry and a McDonald's Coke.
You make 2 trips?
You got to marry the right burger with the right fry and Coke.
Look, we're just going to gloss over that?
Wow.
I've done it in the past.
You will actually go to 2 different places just to get.
Well, I mean, good luck finding a Burger King open anywhere, especially like in Lake County. So that's usually a treat I reserve for when I'm at work.
One around the corner from my house, and they are hiring.
Really?
Trying to tell me something, Jack?
They have the unfortunate deal of being located right across the street from a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh.
And mine is Wendy's. I like the Wendy's burgers. It used to be Steak and Shake.
That doesn't count. That's business. That's business cash.
No. Steak and Shake is fast food, buddy.
It's called fast casual.
So it's fast cash.
It's fast cash.
What do you think separates them?
A server?
The
Nope.
seating.
To be able to sit down?
Nope.
Milkshakes?
Nope.
The traditional hat.
No.
The hat.
No is the answer.
Drive-through.
Yes is the answer.
Oh.
And guess
points
who is
Jack.
And guess who is about to slide into the world of no drive-throughs, or at least really trying to do this? This is a revolutionary idea in the world of fast food, because what's happening is this. As more and more people go into fast food, they can sit in their cars, they can do their business, they're more online, more in tune. Some people don't mind it, but then the wait now at fast food restaurants has become ridiculous. I mean, we've actually put videos up. Jack actually even got caught in the same exact drive-thru I did the other day. For 25 minutes, I sat at this drive-thru, turned my vehicle off.
Yeah.
There's only one answer. It's got to be Chick-fil-A.
No, it's KFC. KFC is thinking of a new idea of having the exact same scenario as you do for like grocery and pickup at like Publix. Have you guys walked into Publix to see like the deli where you call in your deli order, not just sandwiches, pre-made sandwiches, that's a given, but even your cold cuts. Like hey, I want a pound of ham, a pound of this, pound of, and they put your name on it and they just put it on the shelf. And then you walk up and grab it and off you go, right?
Yeah.
It's that same theory. They're trying to do that to KFC. They're trying to get it where it's a quick pickup. So you come in, you park, you walk in, you're prepaid on the app, you just grab your stuff off the shelf and you roll.
So I've done that more with Jersey Mike's, Subway, Wingstop, where you just order on the app, you pay on the app, you walk in the door, it's there with your name on it, you turn around and you leave, and there's a dozen people online saying, "Oh, I should do that."
Right, yeah. You know who else did it? That where I saw this work for the first time, and it's actually kind of weird and annoying at first, was Starbucks. Like Starbucks, you could call in your coffee order. They would make it, just put it on the shelf, and it would have your name on it. And I remember, this is so dumb, but I'm dumb, so it's fine. But I remember standing there because I would order the same thing. But if somebody before you would order like one of those coffees, it's just like the name of it is exhausting. And there were like 4 of those. They got a list. Jan needs this. Bobby needs this, and I'm sitting there waiting for that barista to just give me some black coffee so I could go over there and dress it up and get the hell out of there, right? And then there were 15 people roll in, right, zip, 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 just grabbing their coffees and leaving. I'm like, why don't I do that? And I never learned. And it's the only way to do it. They were in the store 10 seconds. They win.
Last time I went to a Starbucks, there was a line past like where you order, and I'm like, I just pulled into a parking lot. Went in, got my coffee, and I even told the lady, I'm testing the speed of against your drive-thru. She goes, let me know how it works out. Got my coffee, walked out. I would not even have ordered yet.
Yeah.
And I already had my coffee and getting in my car.
I'm about to align myself with that. That is my kind of business plan. Like if I can park and waddle my ass in there and just grab my order and waddle out, I don't want to sit in the drive-thru. Can I tell you? I came to work today. I had a small leftover lunch at home, but I wanted to go get food today, and the 2 or 3 little places around here were so packed. Like, I couldn't have had the time just to sit there and wait. I didn't wait 25, 30 minutes in a drive-thru. And then I pull up to the Subway up here, and there's 50 people in line waiting there as well.
I don't know if you're going to do this.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to have to see it to believe it.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
No, I'll do it.
I mean, you have to figure out your smartphone.
Oh, come on, man. I can figure it out. I successfully just flew using an app. I mean, if I can fly across the country, my daughter, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what's weird for me, though? Every time I go to Beefy King, 98% of the time, I go in.
Oh, really?
Even if there's no line at the drive-thru. I like going in. I like seeing the guy.
But they're saying here, and I actually kind of agree with that at certain places. I like doing that. KFC's goal here is to alleviate long lines and maybe slowing down the drive-thru. What do you think the average KFC person spent in the drive-thru? And by the way, KFC is the perfect, because nothing's custom made. Like all of this is just fried chicken. It sits in a bin. The orders come in. You just pick the darker white, throw it in there. Fries or coleslaw, throw it in there. So their food is kind of built for this kind of distribution. How much time do you think people spend in an average KFC drive-thru?
7 minutes.
God, that's not a bad guess.
8.5.
6.
6 minutes.
Damn it.
6 minutes 30 seconds.
Yes. It's a tie.
And that's a decrease. It used to be about 7 minutes.
That's what I get for being nice.
About 7 minutes, and it's decreased by 26 seconds. But what they're saying is this quick pickup is changing the game, and they think a lot more fast food companies are going to go to this just simply to alleviate the long lines and have people not drive away because they think it's going to take forever to get into the restaurant. You walk in, pick it up, and go. The only thing that sucks is I have to have all these fast food apps on my phone. So when you look at it, you think I'm some addict.
No, you put them all in one folder like I do, and it makes life a joy to live.
Don't do that. Your phone is.
You don't have to deal with people.
Your phone is like a Rubik's Cube, and I look at it.
You look at the pictures, you order it, you put your name in, you pay, you walk in, you get it. It's like almost zero human contact. It's glorious.
Now, what they're trying to do is there's an incentive to get you to use this, all right? They're starting it off at around 4,000 locations. That's actually quite a few of them. They're offering a free large fry with a $5 purchase if you do the quick pickup. So, I mean, there is some incentive to at least give it a try. And I'm not much on their French fries, but I mean, and I actually haven't had KFC in years. I couldn't even tell you when the last time I had a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken was. Can't even tell you. It may have been 10 years.
That's a shame because you're like a bolo tie away from being the Colonel.
Oh, yeah.
You said you're Colonel Sanders.
He has hair. So I win.
Okay.
Actually,
do you?
I think it's a wig.
It's not a wig.
The last time I went to Chick-fil-A, check this out. Walked in because I'm a walk-in fast food guy.
That's great.
Right?
I wouldn't want to sit in your car either, though.
They refused me.
What? They refused you?
Yeah.
They didn't have enough service?
No, they just were like, no, you have to order online or go through the drive-thru.
Get out of here.
Well, I know with when we had the Delta surge, all fast food eating came to going through a drive-thru. It became, I mean, it was like you're saying, if you were willing to sit for an hour and a half for, Panda Express, yay.
Right. That Wendy's that Jack and I in Winter Springs put a sign on the door that says no dining room, only drive-thru.
Yeah. I had to go to a different Wendy's after I vowed never again, and then the next day I was at a different Wendy's. But I saw the line, and I'm like, nah, I'm not trusting their drive-thru speed, so I went inside, and it's a Wendy's I've been in before, but not since they remodel. I was like, where do I go?
Yeah.
Because they've got these vertical like video screens that you actually have to, order from the screen now. And then I was just waiting for a human to come by so I could complain about something.
but nobody's got that system crushed like Wawa. Wawa has figured out the screen order. It's a sign. You can't mess that up.
Oh, it's so good.
There is no way to mess that up.
The only problem is when they're out of corn chowder.
The only problem is when there's a dollop of mayonnaise on the screen from somebody just using it.
Hey, man, easy. God, I got small fingers. Relax.
I don't know. Those screens and fast foods.
Wawa is destination dining. I think they serve gas, too.
They do serve gas, right?
Okay, yeah, but that food is...
Amy Drew said that their Thanksgiving sandwich was like right up there with the best one.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Unfortunately, a grim milestone in manatee deaths here in Florida. Drug overdose deaths soaring during the COVID pandemic. And Vanderbilt researchers are working with NASA. Oh, we'll tell you why and more coming up during Woke News.
Oh, God, I'm terrified.
No, it's fun.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
A slow ride continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road this afternoon. We're also seeing delays between Park Street and Colonial Drive. We're seeing slow traffic eastbound on the interstate between Conroy Road and Jonghyun Parkway, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Watch for an accident on Sand Lake Road that may slow you down between Kirkman Road and Jonghyun Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Altamont Mall. Celebrate the holidays by stepping into the magic of the Wishing Forest at Altamont Mall. Visit the Wishing Tree Grove, capture magical moments with Santa, and give back to your community with nostalgic games. All proceeds will benefit Allie's Hope Foundation. Visit altamontmall.com to plan your trip.
If you wear contact lenses or glasses, you certainly understand the difficulties of some of life's just simple daily activities. And if you're tired of your glasses fogging up, maybe your contact lenses irritating your eyes, laser vision correction could be the solution for you. And even better, you can use your Flex and Health Savings Funds to help pay for that vision correction procedure. My wife was just there yesterday getting a test. My son has had his by Filatowski, and my father-in-law had his eyes fixed by Dr. Filatowski. Changed their lives virtually overnight. You do get clear vision, and you do regain your freedom, and Dr. Filatowski can help you do that. These guys are the leaders in vision correction here in Central Florida, and it's easy to get involved. Schedule your consultation today simply by texting 1041 to 868686. Again, it's just easy. Just text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
This Checkers garlic and butter bacon Buford is for Vince. He's been brushing paint on houses all day.
That's the last coat.
A little help here? So, we brushed some mouth-watering garlic sauce on 2 100% hand-seasoned beef patties with crispy bacon strips, Swiss cheese, grilled onions, and whipped butter just for him. Come down and get this Buford, Vince. You've earned it. The garlic and butter bacon Buford, only at Checkers.
The holidays are here, and luckily Dunkin' is here to help you sip through every part of them with a peppermint mocha signature latte or a toasted white chocolate signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
I am the great American race. Part hallowed ground, part campground. A fan start your season weekend that never ends. I am a history book written in rubber, signed by Smug, and engraved in metal. I am the Daytona 500. I am NASCAR. The Daytona 500, February 20th. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Imagine you're on a hotel balcony at the first hint of dusk. You see the vivid and vibrant orange hues of the sunset hugging the landscape. You're in St. Pete Clearwater, the perfect overnight getaway. Tomorrow, you'll surround yourself with surreal masterpieces at the Salvador Dali Museum. Savor delicious grouper fresh from the Gulf. Stroll down the pristine white sand of America's #1 beach and immerse your senses in all kinds of new possibilities. Start planning your escape at visitstpeteclearwater.com.
During the season of giving, you might give away more than you want.
Sweater for Mom, video game for Jake, and my credit card for someone named Gina?
More online activity can mean more exposed personal info, but LifeLock by Norton has identity theft protection all wrapped up. And if you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com today.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Gibson Truck World professionally installs quality Pro Comp lifts. First, we install the track bar drop bracket and drop pitman arm. Next, we install the coil springs. Then, we install the rear lift block along with new U-bolts. We also mount new 37-inch Toyo tires and 20-inch fuel wheels. Lastly, all Gibson lifted trucks are aligned with our state-of-the-art Hunter system. Only Gibson Truck World will retorque your suspension after 30 days free of charge. Why go anywhere else? Buy your lifted truck from Gibson Truck World. We are the king of lifted trucks.
So you want to be my client. You think you deserve fair compensation for your injuries. Well, you got to call me. Can't just keep listening forever. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Mills Air and Business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
iHeartRadio and comedian Sebastian Maniscalco are sending one lucky fan and a friend to the Big Apple to see his Nobody Does This tour at Madison Square Garden next month.
Gonna fly you out, gonna set you up with some seats, give you a little VIP merch, open up the iHeart app.
Yep, just do what Sebastian said. Open the free iHeart app and listen to 24/7 comedy.
For your chance to win.
And you can see him live in New York City.
See you in New York.
iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is deposit, DEPOSIT. Text that to 200 for your shot to win $1,000. We are giving money away like crazy, so go get you some. It's deposit, guys. Good luck. We'd love to see you win for sure. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole word. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's a saint, I tell you, and he's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Well, a new report is showing the grim statistics of manatee deaths here in Florida. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says that officially now 1,003 manatees have died in the Sunshine State as of November 12th, surpassing the previous record set in 2013.
This made the BBC, by the way.
Oh, it's making it everywhere.
This is a global story, this thing with the manatee deaths in Florida. Don't think we're kind of just lingering on this because we're Florida and it's near us. This is a global story. It's that big of a deal.
Well, we just opened up international borders. You've got a lot of families who have been looking forward to coming back to Florida, and one of those things is taking the kids to go on a sightseeing tour, or couples or whomever.
The Blue Springs.
Blue Springs, I mean, especially now when they're all gathered, because of the colder weather, or to see dolphins. And we talked about this when we talked to Cora Burcham a couple weeks ago with Save the Manatee Club, and she said, this is unfortunate when it goes from an ecological to an economic problem.
Right,
You've got these tour operators saying, man, you got to fix this, because we've got people demanding their money back, even though we tell them, listen, the chances of seeing a manatee are nil to none, but then you can imagine upset kids if they see sick or injured or dead manatees. Well, the 1,003 manatee deaths so far in 2021, still a month to go, is many more than the 637 recorded last year, and well above the previous mark I had set in 2013. That was only 830. Now, the commission is asking state lawmakers to approve $7 million in the upcoming legislative session for seagrass restoration, manatee rehabilitation centers, and other projects. Lawmakers approved $8 million last year. Something I've been wondering about, manatees were listed as an endangered species beginning back in 1966, but their status was changed to threatened in 2017. However, a new push is on to restore the endangered label to bring more resources and attention to the problem. hopefully that attention, like you said, Jimmy, will come more in-house before it becomes more of an international story.
And the problem with this is they have an 11 to 12-month gestation period, and they birth one pup at a time.
Yeah, one calf every 2 to 5 years, and they don't reach sexual maturity until they're 5 years old.
Oh.
So they're extremely, once they die, trying to get those populations back takes so long and so much effort. Speaking of so much effort, Orange County deputies have a new video that could help them track down a murderer. Just a cold-hearted. Authorities say they're looking for whoever shot and killed a panhandler. 57-year-old Robert Price was killed on Friday night while panhandling near Colonial Drive. The suspect's car is seen pulling back into traffic and appears to go through a red light. They say the car is a dark sedan.
Wow.
I mean, just tell the guy no.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a name you have heard before, and when I tell you why it's back in the news, you're going to be amazed.
Gallagher.
No.
Fred Willard.
No.
Fred Savage.
No.
Mario Battello.
The case of a missing Orlando mother continues 10 years later.
Oh.
Michelle Parker.
Well, thanks for making us feel bad.
Well, you and I talked.
I'm joking.
Michelle Parker was 33 years old when she was last seen dropping off her 3-year-old twins with their father, Dale Smith Jr., at his home. I believe it at that time. Didn't he have a home near Geneva?
Yeah, it's out there near us.
Yeah, it was on November 17, 2011. Now, her mother, Gail Parker, says she went to drop off the kids the same day that their People's Court episode came on about their engagement ring. If you remember, Michelle apparently throwing it. And said that she also understands that Dale was home watching that episode of People's Court. Now, Orlando police say they later found her Hummer ditched in a parking lot and her iPhone in a lake just a few feet away from a bridge. Detectives also say the only suspect in Michelle's disappearance is the twins' father, her ex-fiancé, who continues to plead the fifth. Today, which marks again a decade since Parker went missing, Orlando police tweeted out a plea to the public for any information in the case, and a reward of up to $5,000 is being awarded for information.
Wow. He's non-compliant?
Yeah, absolutely.
Completely non-compliant?
I mean, he moved out of the state, I believe, to North Carolina for years and then just recently came back. Her parents were part of a legislative push in the state of Florida pushing for grandparents' rights.
Oh, that's
because,
right. I
of
remember
course,
that, yeah.
Once he got custody of the children, he and his family
cut them off.
Completely.
Yep.
Completely. So, unfortunately, that legislation didn't go very far, but it kind of got the attention of a lot of people who say, listen, just because, your problems are your problems, but they're still our grandchildren.
Sure, yeah.
All right, 2 Volusia County canines injured during a search for an armed carjacking subject in September were awarded Purple Hearts from the sheriff this morning. Canines Axe and Endo were shot and injured in the line of duty while chasing a carjacking suspect who was fleeing deputies. Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood presented the awards recognizing their efforts during that chase. Chitwood said the first canine, Axe, was shot in the side of his face.
God.
While the first group of deputies arrived and were tracking the suspect, Axe was transported immediately to a clinic to be treated. So Endo was released to apprehend him after Axe got shot.
GameCube,
According
Nintendo.
to the sheriff, Endo was shot twice, once in the jaw and once in the paw. Now, they both recovered. This was when we learned about other canines. Officers came and donated their blood to help these 2 dogs. The office did make the decision to retire Endo because that dog had already been shot once before.
Damn. This guy's catching lead, man.
Can't ever underestimate their...
I'm guessing the life of a police dog after a shooting and retirement has got to be pretty cushy.
Oh, yeah. Well...
I mean, you are just treated like an absolute king.
Not only that, the perp in that case will face charges as if he fired on a human law enforcement officer. And another thing about these 2, they had to be pulled off the perp even after being shot. They would not release the suspect. So... All right, NASA's...
Those is Belgian Malinois?
Yeah, Malinois, Belgian Malinois.
They just don't...
And the other's a German Shepherd.
They're not really concerned with your well-being once they're told what to do.
Once they lock down, good luck.
That one that hit Ross that day, we did that thing. That video, by the way, still at JimColbertLive.com. When that thing hit Ross, it literally sounded like a lineman hitting a person standing still. That dog weighs like 60 pounds.
And when you see the last shot that Ross takes, it's a head... that dog goes to take off Ross's head. He's wearing his helmet. Dog drags him around by his top of his head.
Yeah, fun time.
Yeah. He wouldn't have done that to John Hamm, though.
Fun time.
There's so much other stuff to choose from.
5 stars. 5 stars. Highly recommend.
Yeah, definitely look at that at JimColbertLive.com.
When I see how close to death he came, I'm glad you guys didn't invite me.
I mean, it was a little
You didn't
sketchy.
even know about it.
That last one was a little sketchy.
Yeah.
We agreed not to talk about it.
I shook one.
Yeah.
I shook one.
Yeah.
Granted, it was like 4 months old.
Right, by
and
the
it was
time
a puppy.
And by the time you turned around, that thing was back in your face.
I know, exactly. And didn't you say the scariest part of it was hearing the paws, the thunder of the paws behind you as you know it's running full speed to come get you?
It wasn't the thunder of the paws that was chasing me. It was the brief, tenth of a second of silence.
When that thing became airborne?
When it's airborne. That's the scary part. But yeah. Done.
Again, you can see it, and it's a really good video, JimColbertLive.com. NASA is making its selection for a 4th astronaut for Crew 4. The space agency announced astronaut Jessica Watkins will join the mission of the Crew Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station. She's going to serve as a mission specialist. This will be Watkins' first trip to space since she was selected as an astronaut in 2017. Crew 4 is scheduled to launch in April 2022 for a 6-month science mission aboard the ISS. All right, taking the news nationally, the man who calls himself the QAnon shaman.
You think he does that anymore?
Well, he's going to have some time to think about it because he's been sentenced to more than 3 years in prison for his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Jacob Chansley was given 41 months behind bars today. He was one of the most visible rioters as he posed bare-chested, his face painted as he carried a spear. And
so proud.
Wore a horned helmet until he cried like a little bitch asking for his special dietary restrictions.
That's going to go over well when he gets checked in, huh?
Yeah, but
hey, you're the man that wants the organics? I got something for you.
Yeah.
This is all organic. 100% of this is organic. Now, that pain, that is real. That is not organic.
I mean, the letter D is in the word diet.
Right.
So.
Prosecutors last week recommended the 33-year-old Arizona man be sentenced to 51 months. So he did get a bit of a break there.
He was also the one, ironically, now screaming freedom.
Right.
Throughout all of the day of January 6th.
I don't know which is my favorite, that one or the woman that says, I'm blonde and white. I ain't going to prison.
Right.
That may be my favorite.
Drug overdose deaths have been soaring in America during the COVID-19 pandemic. We all knew this. We've talked about this in several communities, but the U.S. government released figures showing more than 100,000 Americans died between April 2020 and April 2021. The height of the COVID lockdown, that's a 28% increase from the 78,000 overdose deaths during the same time frame the year before. Most of the deaths were tied to synthetic fentanyl, along with the opioid epidemic, with Vermont, West Virginia, and Kentucky seeing the biggest increases. And some good news when it comes to healthcare. A hospital in Boston is launching the first human trial of a nasal vaccine to prevent and slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease.
So that's it. They've been making progress on this for about the last 5 years.
Yeah.
They've been really pushing hard. There's some other really cool therapies coming out for the other long-term illnesses like this. Parkinson's, I believe.
Yep.
They're making some great advances on. I mean, it's pretty amazing stuff happening right now.
Well, Brigham and Women's Hospital says the trial is the culmination of 20 years of research into the degenerative brain disease that afflicts more than 6 million Americans. The initial trial is only going to be small, though. Just 16 patients between the ages of 60 and 85. But if successful, the vaccine could eventually be given as a preventative measure to those most at risk of developing the disease. They're looking at maybe 5 to 7 years with these trials before the FDA will give clearance. All right, a follow-up to a story that we had covered yesterday about the Green Bay Packers selling stock in the team. Do you know how much money they sold in stock?
Oh, God, you said it was like $300 a pop, right?
Yep.
Gosh almighty. Well, I mean, you figure for every, God.
Don't think too.
I mean, I'm not going to say, but I mean, 15 million.
All right, check.
Oh, 10 million.
Damn.
Bingo.
Oh, just stop it right there.
10 million won.
The Green Bay Packers say they sold $10 million in stock in just 3 hours.
Oh, well, breaking news. They just sold another piece of stock.
The NFL team held a stock
And the
sale
price
yesterday
drops.
and reportedly sold over 33,000 shares in the first 3 hours. The Packers are selling up to $90 million worth of shares at $300 apiece to raise money for stadium renovations.
And so that Brett Favre can pay his bills.
Yeah, if he can remember them.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I got to pay that child support. It'll sneak up on you every time.
He owes a bunch.
Yeah, he does.
They paid him like a whole bunch of money, and he's supposed to pay it back, and he paid back like $500,000 of it. And he says, I'll pay you the other back in installments.
And they're like...
like you're buying stuff from Finger Hut.
Right.
I'm like, man, it's like $226K. And they're like, he defaulted on the first payment. Old Brett, got to get that copper money, buddy.
Another story.
That copper fit cash.
Another
That
story
Wrangler
that we
cash.
had talked about. Movie studio Miramax is suing Academy Award-winning director Quentin Tarantino.
Wow.
Over his plans to release what we talked about before, those non-fungible tokens or NFTs based on his 1994 hit film Pulp Fiction. Tarantino announced earlier this month that he plans to release 7 NFTs, including scenes from an early script that were cut from the final version of the film. They'll also feature Pulp Fiction art and commentary from Tarantino. Well, unfortunately, Miramax says it's in discussions about creating NFT partnerships based on its film library, and the studio argues that Tarantino's agreement basically devalues their plans.
Wow. Well,
So if we can stop you from doing it with your movie, then we'll just do it for you.
Well, it's all, really, that is based on the deal that Miramax wrote with him when they agreed to make Pulp Fiction. Miramax is the Weinsteins, right?
Yep.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be an interesting thing because, the idea of creating the images that are Pulp Fiction certainly are Quentin Tarantino's.
Right.
But when you sell the rights to that stuff for reproduction to a movie house or whatever, that contract has to be very well written. I mean, I've talked to Steven about this before because everything is so specific per situation. A hat is different than a keychain.
Right.
That's a different machine altogether. Although it may be the all same branding, it doesn't matter. Each product has to be looked at differently. It is amazing the detail these contracts have occasionally, and this is probably going to wind up being a pretty tasty little fight in court.
Well, because it was a 1994 film, so you have to hope that whomever wrote that contract did it in, Tarantino's benefit to encompass those things that didn't exist in 94, like NFTs.
Right.
If that language isn't written in such a way, he could be out of a whole lot of money and rights. I mean, look at what happened to so many stars in the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Right.
Those distribution deals really screwed them in the end.
And see, and to be honest with you, I mean, this applies to kind of us in a certain way because when we sign deals, part of the deal is, what we create, the company owns, but some of the imagery I own, some of the other stuff I own. So if it was a situation where we started selling show NFTs, it would be with this almost the same exact argument because the words NFT aren't used in my contract.
No, they certainly wouldn't be in Tarantino's deal from 1994. All right.
But usually it's something that says all likeness and images and whatnot.
Perpetuity.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Say it, Ross.
Perpetuity.
Very good.
Say it, Jimmy.
All right, what do Jimmy?
Perpetuity.
Yay! Jack.
Quentin Tarantino's net worth in perpetuity.
$220 million.
$430 million.
$431 million.
$120 million.
Damn it.
I'll take
Points,
that.
Jimmy.
Move forward.
All right, speaking of deals and contracts and jobs, Americans are quitting their jobs at a record rate, no surprise, but the data is backed up by Google searches. The tech giant gave data to the Washington Post that said searches about leaving jobs is at a level not seen in 10 years, with 4.4 million Americans leaving their jobs in September alone. Speaking on the topic this week, Labor Secretary Marty Walsh cited multiple reasons for the continuation of what's being called the Great Resignation. He said many are becoming entrepreneurs, while others aren't happy with their career, but overall, he insisted concerns about coronavirus are still prevalent.
You know what happened? People learn to live without a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And they learned that maybe they were a little happier. I have a big story. I pulled a story or saw a story today and read part of it. Same exact thing. People, that time, that 18 months, for a lot of Americans, allowed them to realign their values against their work schedule. And it has turned out to be quite an interesting study. One I think we're going to probably feel the repercussions for at least the next 24 months as people got to really figure out what makes them happy and realize that has value along with your salary and your benefits, that happiness actually has like actual tangible value.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. I mean, we see it in our own office.
Exactly.
We see it in our own office. Okay, how many of you guys have ever thought, man, I wish I had a kit so I could just fix this damn iPhone or MacBook myself?
A kid?
A kit.
Either one.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, you've thought of that?
Yeah. You keep them out in the shed, and you just feed him, and then he'll fix your phone.
Well, Apple has heard your cries because it is rolling out a new at-home repair kit so users can take matters into their own hands. This really sounds like an FU to me from Apple.
This is going to go over great.
Because the company announced they're going to offer Apple customers a, quote, self-service repair program starting next year. Now, consumers with damaged devices will be offered around 200 parts and tools to fix the issue, the same ones used at the Genius Bar. The tech giant's program is to resolve issues with the iPhone 12 and 13 with a similar service for M1 Max launching, quote, soon after, end quote.
Isn't this that same argument that I believe Cat Diesel and a couple other companies have had when it comes to them controlling the ability to get parts to fix yourself? That's a thing now, right? That and I forget there's a term they use for it. I wish I could remember it. But but basically what it is, they make it virtually impossible for you to buy the parts or get the equipment it takes to fix it yourself. And there's a giant movement to make these companies, force these companies to allow you access to the tools and parts it would take to do it yourself. And it was a big movement. I think this is Apple's just, all right, take a shot.
Well, not only that, you and I were joking about it before the show, saying, well, this is Apple's way of saying, yeah, fix it yourself, but we're not going to, you're not going to have a warranty on any of those products.
Good luck when you leave a screwdriver in there.
It's still a good thing, though.
I mean,
yeah, you could give a shot. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds like an IKEA nightmare to me.
There are people who don't even need to give it a shot. They just understand computers far more than all four of us that go, yeah, I got it.
I mean, but, Code Black will tell you because he does both. He does IT and the actual manual repair of the computers. He says most people have no idea what they're doing. And a lot of the jobs he gets comes from people who are trying and break it while doing it. Just because it's so complicated once you get in there, unless you know the tricks of the trade and the little things you learn from going to these schools that Mac puts you through or that you pay for.
Might be better just go to the Genius
Bar. Just a lot of sand, a lot of quicksand in there.
And then finally, researchers at Vanderbilt University say they're working with NASA engineers to develop airborne taxi cabs. A Vanderbilt computer science professor says they hope to create vehicles called octocopters that take off and land vertically and can move 6 to 8 people. Vanderbilt is one of several universities involved in the $2.5 million project. The professor says they could have prototypes ready for testing in the next 5 years.
Oh, God. Just what we want to hear. Like just a sky full of drone sounds. Right. I mean, you can hear the little ones from a mile away. Imagine the ones that can carry 8 fat asses. It is going to be complete noise pollution.
Or 4 gyms.
All right.
And now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Just go to homeloansradio.com, click apply now, and get pre-approved today. Work with someone you can trust and who knows the mortgage business, and that someone is Don. Chris and I worked with him when buying our first home in Mount Dora, and he made the process so easy, we almost couldn't believe it. He's also helped some listeners with their refinances. The most important thing is you don't have to take an appointment or time off work, no sitting in traffic waiting for that air taxi. Just go to homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hey everybody, good Wednesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King now. Fox 35 Storm Center for Central Florida today. A nice day, a warmer day. Warm highs at 82 by the afternoon. Look for a blend of sun and clouds. We'll keep it dry. Easterly breezes at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, increasing clouds, a lot milder than we've been. Only mid-60s for you. And as we get into Thursday afternoon, rain chance up to 50%. Thursday's high at 81. A 40% chance of rain Friday with a warm high at 77. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Have a great day. Keep it at a Fox for the very latest. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring full-time and part-time roles. Earn hiring bonuses of $1,000 for housekeeping and steward and $1,500 for cook one and chef assistant. Pay rates range from $15 to $20 per hour. Apply at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Fall is a great time for a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence. You know, Mossy Oak Fence can add appeal and value to your home, but more importantly, provide safety and security for your family, your kids, and your pets. That's what they did for me. I love my fence from Mossy Oak. Unbelievable craftsmanship, great materials, and they give you the best warranty in the business. We're talking premium quality custom fences built to last, and all you have to do is call or visit mossyoakfences.com. That's where your family's safety and security is their number one priority. Again, it's mossyoakfences.com.
Home. Sure, it's your furniture, electronics, and appliances, but at Cons Home Plus, we know it's that plus a whole lot more. We call it living the plus life, which means a huge selection of top brands for every room in your home. Plus, finding the best deals on in-stock products with next-day delivery options. And personalized financing, that's a huge plus. It's all about discovering life's added value. Living the plus life begins at Cons Home Plus, so what are you waiting for? It's Black Friday all month long, only at Cons Home Plus. Open in Orlando, Orange City, and Ocala.
Hi, my name's Charles. On my way to work, I was struck by a tractor trailer. I called attorney Glenn Klausman for help. He got me to really good doctors. I don't think it's right to be bragging on a billboard or TV about getting millions of dollars for getting hurt. However, I will say Glenn Klausman got me a great settlement quicker than I thought possible. I'm very happy with the results, and that's why I'm doing this. Call Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. His website is KLAUSMANlaw.com. Car crash, call Klausman.
Office, Winter Park.
McDonald's fries are so crispy and golden on the outside, yet so fluffy and warm on the inside, the only question is what to pair them with. A classic McDouble topped with a single slice of melty American cheese, or maybe a crispy McChicken served on a perfectly toasted bun. Every day, you can drive through and choose one to bundle with small fries for just $3.39. Whether you eat them first or save them for later, fries always come in a McDonald's bundle for $3.39. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Getting a job at McDonald's means getting a job combo that fits you, like flexible scheduling with a side of working close to home, or feeling appreciated with a side of hours that work for you. So what's your job combo? Apply today at careers.mcdonalds.com. Get the right mix of great pay and great benefits, like employee meals and paid time off. Full-time positions are available too. Jobs you apply for may be in a restaurant owned by a franchisee, not McDonald's. Franchisees are responsible for all employment at their restaurants.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. And hello to one tasty Thanksgiving feast, free with all our rewards points. The golden brown turkey, the perfectly seasoned stuffing, the fresh veggies, it's all so... rewarding? Exactly. Your refined palate misses nothing, my twin. I propose a toast to free groceries. Enjoy the most rewarding time of the year. Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Terms apply. See store or WinnDixie.com for details.
Some people treat investing like a game, but Marcus by Goldman Sachs approaches investing in a smart way with digitally managed portfolios that leverage Goldman Sachs strategies. So, do you want to play games or do you want your money to work smart? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Don't wait to put an end to junk sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and wake up a better you. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. Unjunk your sleep, only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. See details at mattressfirm.com.
Guys, now there's no excuse. Peak Performance for Men has helped thousands of men overcome erectile dysfunction. The question is, what are you waiting for? Live the life you want today with a free consultation. No medication, no pumps, no needles, no pain, no surgery, and absolutely no downtime. Just non-invasive acoustic wave therapy that will have you back to your natural form. That's right. Now for a limited time, a free consultation. There is no risk. Fix it for good with one phone call. Call the Orlando office today at 407-464-8181 or find them at peakperformanceformen.com. Why wait? Enjoy your life to the fullest. Peak can make the difference. Call 407-464-8181 and get your free consultation now. That's 407-464-8181. Peak Performance for Men.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Men, as we age, sexual activity can fade. Stop suffering from ED or PE today by calling Legacy Men's Health. Meet Dr. Katz.
We can restore your sexual potency on your first visit with medications custom blended just for you. Even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, you'll be lasting longer than ever in the bedroom, and it's affordable.
Get guaranteed results on your first visit or it's free. Call Legacy Men's Health at 407-544-4644. That's 407-544-4644.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio, just for dragging people. 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Is this Romeo Void?
No, this is The Cure, dude.
Is it?
The Cure with Primary.
Wow.
Yep. Back at a kegger at UW Stout.
Is it just me, or does that sound like the beginning of that I'd Like You Better If We Slept Together? That old song by Romeo Void?
Yeah, love that song.
That's an old school. I think their lead singer was a Native American woman.
Really?
Something like that. She was like, she was indigenous, or it was something like that.
Oh, that is cool.
See if it sounds like, Jack. I mean, a little bit.
A little.
Yeah, not enough, though.
Sound like Bruno to me.
A little Lizzo in there.
Oh, Jack's on the remix.
I know. You can tell he's a DJ.
All right, 407-916-1041. I mean, not really, no. That's
still not an easy thing to...
You remember this, Jack?
Yeah, I play Romeo Void. We play this on weekends on Real Radio.
This is old. I'll give myself a C- there.
There you go.
All right, welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Remember, your 4 o'clock keyword is, 3 o'clock keyword is deposit. We'll have you another one here in a few minutes. Plus, we'll have Animal House at the top of the hour as well. I've got a bunch of stuff on the blog for you at JimColbertLive.com to check out. Now, Ross, it was you. I saw the video that you put up yesterday. Or no, is it Ross? Who found the avalanche video?
I did, and I just put that up today. And real quick, it's an over 5 minute long video, but it's first person point of view. Just be careful if you watch it at work, because even though the guy is speaking Nepalese, at the critical moments as the avalanche comes toward him, you realize he does know some English words very
a couple
fluently.
Good ones, huh?
Oh, they're flying, because it is terrifying to watch.
It is crazy. You watch it from so far away, and it's like being in Vegas walking around. Like, hey, let's just go down there. That hotel, it's right there. And then you walk for an hour and 20 minutes, and you're no closer. That's kind of the same thing. And then, Ross, you found something cool as well, right?
Yeah, no, this past weekend at EDC, this was the first time I think that they did this here in EDC in Orlando. I think they did it over in EDC Vegas, but it was a drone show.
Oh, so cool.
What do you mean by a drone show? I don't know what that is.
So they go ahead.
Oh, they do the lighted drones and make them fly in unison to create stuff?
Yeah, so there's like a 200-foot owl. And I couldn't help but think about my friends who were definitely not sober, just staring at this 200-foot illuminated owl above the stage.
Almost like it's built for that, maybe?
Oh, it is. Absolutely. When you see the video, his eyes are blinking. They did that just to freak people out, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Check that out.
The owl is blinking.
So you can kind of get
That's with drones?
Yeah.
See the heart behind it? See the heart above the owl?
Yeah.
Those are all drones.
No way.
Yeah, it's kind of the future of entertainment for the next 5 to 10 years, I think, is just going to be even more and more intricate drone shows.
Look at that.
3D
Three
drones.
hearts. Yeah.
That is crazy. And then, Jack, I know that you found a video that was kind of topical because of the video we had earlier this week of the singer of Brass Against relieving herself onto a fan that made a gigantic splash in the news.
I see what you did there.
She has broken her silence, and you can see her response at JimColbertLive.com.
Yeah, it went everywhere. That's a BBC
literally
story everywhere.
And where it didn't go, the one guy splashed it. So it's an apology, I assume, or is it her explanation maybe? Or
yeah, a little bit.
All right, just have to go check it out. JimColbertLive.com. Full up right there, man. Lots of good stuff to check out. Let's take a little break. Come back. Animal House right after this with Deborah Roberts.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Problems coming in eastbound on I-4 between Conroy Road and Jangam Parkway. There's a crash here taking up the right lane. Prepare for delays if you're heading out this way. We're still seeing heavy traffic from a disabled vehicle taking up 2 right lanes heading west on I-4 at Ivanhoe Boulevard. Westbound travel on I-4 solid between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road as well. No reported issues at this time on the 408 or the Beach Line. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Altamont Mall. Celebrate the holidays by stepping into the magic of the wishing forest at Altamont Mall. Visit the Wishing Tree Grove, capture magical moments with Santa, and give back to your community with nostalgic games. All proceeds will benefit Allie's Hope Foundation. Visit altamontmall.com to plan your trip.
You know, as the holiday season approaches, supply shortages will take higher demand on things, which means you could be more likely to be a victim of crime. And, of course, we're talking about porch pirates, and that happens here in Central Florida. And now maybe more than ever, your packages aren't safe. But Safe Touch has an answer for you with integrated advanced technologies to keep your home and family safe inside and out. Integrate them with the cameras. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Because when your camera just takes the video, it doesn't really do you any good. But when your camera takes the video, texts it to you, and then alerts the officers, that does you a lot of good. And that's exactly what Safe Touch does for you. The two-way communicator gets you the fastest possible response, and that crash and smash technology gives you that halo of detection around your home. You get superior equipment, professional installation, lifetime parts and labor warranty, and even 24/7 tech support. That's the basic program. That's why Safe Touch has been doing this for over 36 years. And you can get free equipment and installation with a monitoring agreement today. Call 888-723-8682 or visit safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Gibson Truck World's expert team of sales and service staff will show you why we have been the pioneer of used trucks since 1995. With our 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty valid across the entire United States, our exclusive 15-day exchange policy, and our $1,000 best price guarantee, it's easy to see why we're the #1 used truck dealership in all of Florida. Please call, visit, or explore our website today to see for yourself why we are the king of trucks.
I like to keep things easy and simple, and HomeLoansRadio.com was so for me. All I had to do was click Apply Now on HomeLoansRadio.com, and I got a mortgage super fast. Don actually closed on my house in 16 days, and I loved working with him, and you will too. HomeLoansRadio.com.
Have you tried frying a turkey? Your friends from Cinch, a propane grill tank home delivery service, are giving you a chance to win a $150 gift card for a turkey and turkey fryer. Go to realradio.fm now to register to win a $150 gift card for a turkey and fryer. Cinch.com.
What are the core values at International Diamond Center?
Integrity, stand behind your product, be involved in the community, give back if you've been blessed, and take care of your people.
That's Keith LeClaire at IDC, who along with his wife Peggy just announced the creation of the Fifth Sea Foundation. The the charitable arm of IDC.
When God blesses you, you want to be able to reach out to make a difference in the lives of so many different people.
Peggy, Keith, and the rest of the IDC family created the Fifth C Foundation to focus on 3 key initiatives: give kids a chance, support military families, and end human trafficking.
Pick the ones that are closest to your heart, stay true to it, provide, and help society. That's what IDC is all about.
The Fifth C Foundation, a focused and more impactful approach to making a difference in our community, helping to fund and volunteering with organizations that align with IDC and the LeClaire family mission.
This is my passion.
International Diamond Center, family owned for more than 35 years, blessed with tens of thousands of loyal customers, and honored to give back to our community.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Staying healthy isn't easy, especially during the holidays. Watching your diet, staying active, managing stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Bring proven quality sleep home for the holidays. It's our ultimate Sleep Number event. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Thank you, Congresswoman Murphy, for your leadership and for investing in America's infrastructure. Roads, bridges, water systems, the electric grid. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act will create jobs for Florida workers, spur economic growth to put more money in the pockets of Florida families, and drive productivity for Florida industries. Thank you for supporting this historic legislation. Paid for by Business Roundtable.
We all want to support our community and small businesses, protect the environment and our kids' future, and above all, help others when they need it. That's why every day our energy goes into delivering reliable, cleaner, affordable energy. The energy that promises a better tomorrow with new jobs and opportunities and helps everyone move forward together. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is happening now, but I hate choosing a plan. Any suggestions?
I'm happy with my Humana Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare Advantage plan that I'm eligible for because I have both Medicare and Medicaid.
What's it like?
Their customer service goes above and beyond. Plus, I get an allowance for over-the-counter items, and on this Healthy Foods card, I get $75 for groceries each month.
I have both Medicare and Medicaid. Do you think I qualify?
Do what I did. Talk to Humana.
To speak to a licensed Humana sales agent, call 844-706-0557 daily from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's 844-706-0557. Humana is a coordinated care plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Florida Medicaid program. Enrollment in this Humana plan depends on contract renewal. Humana Medicare Advantage dual eligible special needs plans are not available in all areas. No amounts on the Healthy Foods card can be used to purchase Medicare-covered prescriptions or services, nor can it be converted to cash. Benefits vary by plan.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword CASH, C-A-S-H, CASH, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's CASH, to the number 200-200. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon. Animal House coming up in just 1 second. Scott Maxwell a little bit later today, and of course, your calls and texts as well. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Deb has Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery. tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
As always, Animal House is generously brought to you by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. We'll tell you how to get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House, but now please join me in welcoming back a fan favorite, Kathy Burns from the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando.
Oh, my God. Look at this thing she has. By the way, you can check out the stream right now, JimColbertLive.com, and see her furry friend that she brought along with her. Look at that dog.
Who is a white dog with little black polka dots on her ears. Kathy, what's her name?
He named her Granola.
I like it. Granola Colbert.
Oh,
It'll
God.
be perfect.
You like it?
Oh, God.
Isn't she cute?
She's adorable.
She's all spotted.
She is all spotted. How old is she?
She's just 8 months or so.
Jim.
Came into us from Seminole County, actually. Asked us to help. She was hit by a car. Yeah.
Is that why her legs are bandaged in the back?
That's why her legs have bandages, so she has a little recovery time ahead of her, but she's doing great.
Do you know what breed she's mixed? Because I don't know if you've caught in with the vibe of the show, but Jim and Tori have finally decided that they want to make room for a dog in their lives, and they're looking for a smaller breed, short hair, non-shedding dog, and I think Granola. Jimmy, I can tell you're in love with her. Look at how cute this dog is. JimColbertLive.com to join the feed and see beautiful little Granola.
I'm not looking for a scratch and dent.
I knew once you mentioned the dog was hit by a car, Jimmy was out.
I'm just glad she
damaged
knows
goods?
you.
No thanks.
She's adorable. Look at her, though.
I know.
Kathy, throw in the squeaky toy. I bet he takes the dog.
She likes her toys.
She does.
She's so sweet.
So how
You know.
often do other local shelters, even including like Osceola County or Seminole County, how often do they lean on the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando to help you guys out?
Quite a bit. In all honesty, I'm sure more than any other of our municipal shelters. Those are the top shelters that we actually transfer in from to assist, our local municipal shelters. Orange County, closure of that location, I'm sure is feeling the influx of having us next door to assist more readily. But,
And I wanted to ask how things are going since the fire. Where is the Pet Alliance now and moving forward with future plans, future land? I think of Orange County Animal Services whenever I think that you guys aren't there anymore, and how much they must be missing you guys.
They do. Sometimes that's a good thing, right? For them to realize how much we did support them in our long tenure there on property. We do have property which will be nearby. The property is cleared, but that will be a few years, to build a new shelter on John Young Parkway. We signed a lease for temporary space, a cat shelter near the Exploria Stadium, right downtown. So that'll be an interesting kind of storefront location for cats. Well, the Sanford location here has been super busy and doing offsite and helping babies like Granola.
I just want to clarify to the people listening in their cars, that's actually not the dog chewing on the toy. That is Kathy.
Making the squeaky sounds?
Yeah.
I squeak?
She's got surgery for that next week.
Yeah, exactly.
We wish her the best.
Kathy, how long is Granola going to need to be with you guys before she's going to be able to be adopted? Because even if Jim doesn't take her, someone watching or listening may want to give her a forever home.
Yeah, so she's really, really well, but has some pretty severe wounds that will take some time to heal. So that road could take a month or two, to be honest, in our care, with constant bandage changes and the like. Fortunately, she didn't have any major breaks. And she is weight bearing, but she has maybe some small fractures in her toes that we're hoping will also
Right. Kathy Burns here with the Pet Alliance of Central Florida. Kathy, in terms of adoption, do you find that people are looking for younger dogs, older dogs, or does it really matter to them? Are they just looking for something to kind of find a connection with?
So I think that most people will come with an idea. In the modern age, they're actively on our website and looking. And most people are looking for a puppy or a small dog would probably be highest in demand.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have people that are coming to look for an older dog that's easy and trained.
Right, yeah. A little more chill out.
Wanting to serve that senior pet. Smaller dogs, given that Orlando is largely apartment dwellers, there's a great demand for smaller dogs because of the space and size requirements. So pretty much any age for a small dog is highly desirable.
As long as they're small.
Yeah, sure. Is it the same with cats? Or do people come in looking for a color of cat or a breed of cat? Is there a certain thing with cats?
A cuddler?
I think that cats is more based on behavior or making that connection, like you said, although we do have people that have their favorites. People looking for a black and white tuxedo or an orange kitty or a tortie or a long hair or a Siamese. Our cats really wouldn't be size specific, even though some are larger.
Right, yeah.
So that's easy. But and they're all mixed breed. We don't rarely will we get a purebred.
Right.
Even though that's what you're in the market for, Jim.
Well, I don't know that I am. I'm just in the market for something a little bit more, not hard hit.
So, and you said that it takes about, you would say that it was a month or a month and a half for this dog's legs to heal. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But its broken heart could be fixed by the end of this Zoom call. Is that also correct?
Oh my God! A year. Look at Jack has trained him so well.
This guy.
Good job, Grasshopper.
That is.
Thanks, Sensei.
Yeah.
Look at you guys teaming up.
That was.
Even she said that's slick.
Why, is there somebody calling right after we get done with this, or what's happening?
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Flobert.
Look at that face, Jimmy. Look at Granola's face.
She's a beaut. There's no question.
You're also not a big granola guy.
Okay. You don't know that.
That's true.
I mean, there's evidence that says that maybe not, but you don't know that for sure.
Kathy, do you have any dogs named Beef Jerky there?
Maybe Cheez-It.
Oh yeah, extra toasty Cheez-Its.
Maybe an extra butter. Do you have a dog there named Can You Fry That? No? Okay.
No.
Back to you, Deb.
But she'll look for that. Kathy, what do folks need to do, or where do they need to go if they are looking to add to their family and they want to come and at least maybe just see Granola, even though she's not available yet? Where do they go to get more information?
She's walking around.
It's got good shoes.
To our website, petallianceorlando.org.
That dog's got pink shoes.
Yeah,
she does. Yeah, everyone's excited. She's walking around. She's a good-sized dog.
Kathy, have you guys ever run out of pets?
So not fully, no. We do typically get close between Christmas and New Year's. There's that holiday push for pets.
Right.
And we have been very nearly empty at those times.
Wow.
Which I'm happy to hear because it's after the holidays.
Right,
so maybe it's when people are feeling like they're a little bit lonely after the holidays, so they get a forever friend.
And let me ask you this last question. I don't, and do you find that will people do that during the holidays, and then do you get an influx of
returns?
Of returns, or what's the term? When you give a pet up, what's it called?
Bad.
No.
Relinquishment.
Yeah, relinquish. Do you get a lot of that?
Yeah. We do have returns, and it may feel right after the holidays like that number is higher, but percentage-wise, it's equivalent because we send so many out.
Yeah.
We'll see a number come back, but it's always, we range just 5 to 7% for returns of dogs.
Oh wow, that's good.
Typically behavior, and just 2 to 3% return rate for cats. And that's usually due to illness, and they don't wish to Yeah.
Those are
like
incredibly
upper
good percentages.
respiratory.
I actually thought it would be way higher than that. I thought the return rate would be maybe in the teens a little bit. Just because people, they get caught up in that feeling,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
And
you
then
get
the
all lovey,
feeling-
and then
yeah.
you get home, you're like, oh, I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, I got to take care of the dog right now or whatever. And they really just weren't they weren't ready for the lifestyle.
Right, exactly. But if you are in the, if you do have,
dog.
she is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, those polka dot ears are pretty cute. I got to give it to her.
Come on.
Get out of here.
Just rename the dog Smith. Get a cat. Name it Wesson. Get a little
Okay.
Smith and Wesson there.
There you go.
Now you're talking.
There you go. Anything to get Jimmy to adopt and not shop.
Yeah, Jimmy.
That's right. So thank you, Kathy,
Wow.
as always, for joining us. Is that where folks can go to also donate to the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando to help you guys with your plans to continue to recover from the fire?
You guys aren't better people than me, by the way.
It is a season of giving, so people have been very generous this far, and we're very thankful.
And Kathy, before
Ross,
I gotta ask.
Listen to me, Cliff. He doesn't have to ask you anything, Kathy.
Yeah, we got time for one more.
More
One
importantly,
more.
Kathy, you don't have to answer anything. These toads don't care about anything. All they're trying to do is make me look bad. Ask your stupid question,
We
Ross.
care about the animals, Jimmy.
We care about granola.
Would you think that adopting a dog is far more, I don't know, morally better than shopping a dog? You know, from a breeder, we're pro adopting dogs here.
Yeah, and rescuing.
Yeah. And Kathy, before you answer, just think of all that free advertising. Take that into consideration before you answer. It's called leverage.
How, being an animal welfare professional, I would absolutely say adopt, own, shop.
Yay!
All three of us say the same thing.
Hey, Kathy, as always, we appreciate your time. We wish you the best. Again, that's Pet Alliance or Pet Alliance of CentralFlorida.org. You can find all the adoptable pets right there online. They have a little brief bio, and of course, you can slide down to their facility in Sanford and see them all. And of course, coming soon to downtown Orlando.
Yeah, and thank you again for showing us granola. Let us know when she's available, and I'm sure Jim will run out and get her a new bed at PetSmart before he even gets home that night. As always,
There you
Animal
go.
House is brought to you by Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. If you or someone you know and love have been in a car, truck, or even a motorcycle accident, they need to call Glenn Klausman at Klausman Law. And here's 2 reasons why. 1, he's never going to pass you or a case off to a caseworker. He's always going to personally handle your case, so much so that he's going to give you his personal cell phone number. Part of the reason why year after year he's voted Legal Elite and Super Lawyer. He's also an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So again, if you've been in an accident and you need his legal advice, give him a call at 407-917-1718, or you can check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to win $1,000. Back in a second, I'll tell you how much I hate these guys.
It's a Real Radio sports special. Hear your Orlando Magic take on the Bucks in Milwaukee this Saturday. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Klausman Law.
We're still looking at heavy traffic from an accident that's been moved off to the shoulder eastbound on I-4 at John Young Parkway. It's also slow westbound on I-4 due to a disabled vehicle taking up 2 right lanes at Ivanhoe Boulevard, delays back to Parr Street. Westbound travel solid still on the interstate between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. The turnpike's still in good shape. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys, just an Amtrak away.
Mortgage rates are still at record lows. Don't miss out. Visit homeloansradio.com and get a free quote.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing accessing home equity at today's low rates. But don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us, so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2 plus more lines or have 3 existing lines.
Central Florida residents, it's time to Black Friday like never before. AutoBuy wants your vehicle. If it has wheels or floats, we will buy it for the max. We're paying up to $1,000 more than any competitor. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Plus, this month only, get a Black Friday shopping spree on us. To get the max, visit WePayTheMax.com.
Final offer contingent on the vehicle inspection. Must sell your vehicle to receive the shopping fee, which is a $250 gift card. All offers expire month end.
Hi, this is Maria from I.B. Smith. I.B. Smith provides a complete variety of underground utility construction services for the wireline industry, which includes some of the largest telecommunication companies in America. We have immediate positions available in Orlando and throughout Florida. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say keyword construction. That's pound 250 and say keyword construction to reach me directly.
I.B. Smith is hiring utility pole installers, tree trimming crews, operators with a valid CDL, foremen, supervisors, and more. Benefits include competitive and weekly pay, plus a sign-on bonus. Also comprehensive health insurance, eye, dental, 401k retirement, vacation time, and more. On-the-job training is provided. Dial pound 250 from your mobile phone and say the keyword construction. I.B. Smith provides a variety of underground utility construction services for the wireline industry, including some of the largest telecommunication companies in America. Immediate underground utility construction positions are available. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and say the keyword construction to speak directly with Maria.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Tamron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Tamron Hall Show.
Can you believe the year's almost over? Hey, this is RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Most businesses count on strong fourth quarter sales. We sure do, and I got a big problem, and I need to catch up. Right now, I'm paying over appraised value for any car. Even if it's really old, I want it. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $6,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Save big and get more. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. And all RCO Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my Love It or Exchange It program will keep you happy. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. So even if you've heard no in the past, my dealer next door credit approval process can help you get approved with lower rates and smaller payments. So come into my fourth quarter catch-up sale today. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. New car pricing plus tax tag $8.99 admin fee. Dealer retains all rebates.
True crime podcast fans, iHeart has your next obsession. Discover the new podcast, Crazy in Love.
She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Falling in love is the best feeling in the world. You see stars, you feel giddy, but sometimes it makes us do crazy things. Listen to stories about what happens when true crime meets true love.
You're pathetic.
Open the free iHeart app and search Crazy in Love to start your true crime binge today. iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch, have you heard of that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. 4 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Text it to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Good luck. We hope you win. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Man, this one's throwing me too. Should I know this?
The voice, yes, not the band.
Oh.
And
Johnny
this person was recently on The Masked Singer and was unveiled.
Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols?
From the Sex Pistols,
Yeah.
yes. And this is what he did. He followed up Johnny Lydon with Public Image Limited.
Yeah, PIL.
PIL, and the song is covered, which I always liked from the 80s, but which I can't even find a recording other than a time he was on the Dennis Miller Show. The band was on the Dennis Miller Show when he was doing a talk show at night, and they performed it there.
Yeah, I was looking up some old punk the other day, like Dirty Rotten Imbeciles and 7 Seconds and bands like that. It was like old skate thrash punk. Let's see. I wanted to tell you guys, I mentioned earlier in the show, top of the hour, 3 o'clock, right when we came on the air, that we had a situation with a listener that was kind of crying out for help a little bit. I say crying, I don't mean to make it that severe, but just you could kind of feel the wit's end nature of the post up on gym members. I contacted her and I said, "You don't mind me bringing this up? I wonder how frequent this happens, but I won't say her name or anything." But basically, she posted up that she has a son who is, I think he's, in his mid-30s, and she's been having difficulties with him. Now, apparently, he's on the spectrum. All right. By the way, let me just say this. I mean, she says, "I called OPD because of the situation with my 37-year-old son. He's on the autism spectrum and diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. He has been incarcerated before. Says he cannot be Baker acted. She does not feel safe with him in the house. They told her that she would have to go to court to have him evicted, and she doesn't really know what to do. I told her, I said, reach out to Stephen Kramer for sure, because Stephen will be able to give you some great advice. But I wonder how much and how many people deal with this in our audience, because I asked her, I said, has he ever been violent to you? And then she tells me this story. He's been living with her basically his entire life, doesn't have a job, says he's working on some gig he's going to sell. She does her best to support him. He doesn't really help out around the house very often. He's not on medication at all. Apparently medical marijuana is in play. But she says that helps him keep an even keel, but he's still susceptible to explosions of anger when he doesn't get what he wants. He makes threats. It usually blows over, she says, but then he calms down. But he doesn't really do anything. And apparently the other day, she heard him clunking around in the kitchen and then went in there and realized he'd taken all the dishes and put them in his room and then locked the door because he thought that she had hidden dishes from him. And she said, look, I just loaned them to a friend, for a couple days. So right. he was retaliating. In her home, by the way, where she pays all the bills, she confronted him. He lost his mind and slammed dishes on the ground, which wound up coming up to her and cutting her.
Ooh.
Actually, so much so that she had to call the police. When the police were there, they were explaining all the stuff I just said, and saw the cuts on her legs, and actually asked her if she needed stitches, if she thought she needed stitches, so the cuts were that severe. When she explained her diagnosis to the officers, or his diagnosis to the officers basically said, there's really nothing we can do. He doesn't really meet the requirements of being Baker acted, because I guess that requirement is that you have to show that you are a harm to yourself or others.
Which I'm surprised they would say that he's not qualified, but at the same time...
She said that once he figured out the cops were on the way, he started sweeping up all the dishes and stuff, and trying to clean up the blood that had been on the floor from her being cut. She explained to the officers he threatened to beat her up. She didn't feel safe, and apparently it did not matter at all. She said that they said to her, you would have to literally go to court and file an eviction notice, which costs over $200.
Right.
And apparently she's already said she's struggling financially just to keep things going, because he doesn't work, but yet he eats and consumes.
Right.
Right? Power, electricity, things like that cost money. Washing machine, all those things cost money.
Water. Garbage.
And she says she hears stories about domestic violence and wonders if her son is possible, if it's possible that he's capable of that. She bars her door shut when she sleeps in her own house.
Ooh.
She says, I won't be able to listen because I work until 8 o'clock. But she is in a real pickle here. And I felt bad for her. You could literally just kind of feel the angst coming out of the text because it was, look, man.
And despair.
She's an older black woman. You can kind of see you can feel the tension. And you could feel that when she put that out there on Facebook on our page, that, when you share stuff like that on a public format, you have come to the end of your rope. A lot of people. That's why I mentioned maybe younger people will immediately reach out and drop some drama like this. But I don't think older people really reach out to social media to solve their personal issues like this. And a woman at this
they're
age,
out of options.
Right. And that's what I like. Jack, when I saw this, I was like, man, as a parent, where you have to be in that position you have to be in to reach out to an anonymous crowd of people. As in the gym members, people can sometimes be a little,
harsh.
It's a social media group. It is what it is. You get sometimes you get trolls in there. Sometimes you get people who genuinely care.
Well, as I've mentioned this many, many times, but I have two nephews. The only two nephews that I have are both autistic.
Right.
They're on the spectrum. They are I believe the term is low functioning.
Right. Yeah.
And includes my oldest nephew, who I believe just turned 26, and his brother, who's 12. So
right, yeah.
there's quite a years of difference, and I understand what she's talking about. They, however, are not paranoid schizophrenic as well. But
right.
A couple of places that she may want to try. autismspeaks.org, Autism and Aggression. They have some
right.
resources there as well as the Easter Seals, are also known as their services for treating children and adults with aggression.
Yeah. I don't know how, I don't know how, what's the word when you talk about the spectrum, how capable they are to functioning. That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that.
That's okay.
I don't know where he falls on that. I mean,
high functioning if he's cleaning up plates and blood, because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he seems to be quite aware of the value of that,
that's
right?
Exactly. He realizes the right and the wrong. He's aware enough to take part in the act and aware enough to try and clean it up so that he doesn't get in trouble. So he's obviously, I would say, higher functioning than my nephews would
right.
be. But
you shouldn't be afraid for your own life in your own house, man. I mean, he's a 37-year-old man. He's a 37-year-old man. I mean, and look, if
he's not your 37-year-old man,
he's not.
But he's still a 37-year-old man.
Know.
She shouldn't have to live in fear in her own home. And this is where we see that disconnect a lot of times between law enforcement and mental health experts.
Just announced, I think yesterday, there's a certain a couple states where the counties have that mental health advisor that they send out instead of cops.
Well, we have that in Orlando, but not only that, it was recently announced that a couple of local fire departments, being one Orange County, you can get a special sticker for your home that will let responding first responders know that someone in that home is on the spectrum. So that will hopefully alert them
Don't come in hot.
Don't come in hot. This is going to be a different situation. So maybe it would behoove her to work with Autism Speaks or the Easter Seals, let them know what her concerns are, and they might have some avenues to work with that leads into the legal and law enforcement angle, because that's the worst place to start. They're at ground zero like you. They don't know what they're dealing with.
And she did not indicate anybody else lives in the house, so it's just her. But when I was younger, I had a situation like that. And my stepmother, by the way, is one of the sweetest people. She's a great mom, everything like that. But we had a situation in a house with with somebody who just did not have that ability to chill. And it really created an unfortunate scenario in the home, and it really made everybody uncomfortable. And, eventually he went out on his own and did his thing. But, man, it can really be impactful to a household. Now, even though it's just the two of them, the woman bought the house. She should be able to go to sleep in her house. She should be able to enjoy her property.
Without a doubt.
And not have to worry about this. I know it's her son and all, but, man, after a while, you can only do so much. And that's one of the hardest things to do as a parent is cut that cord and go, look, man, listen, I'll always love you, but you got to do some stuff on your own. You got to figure something out. And even if the case is that this guy may need some therapy and things like that, you have to be willing, And if you're not willing, you got to go. That's the choice. I mean, maybe that's not the way to do it. Matter of fact, we have somebody maybe able to help us out here. Hey, Samantha, how you doing? It says you're a behavior analyst.
Yes, I am. Thank you. This is my first time call. I don't usually call.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I just left a home with a similar situation. You have to be really careful. You have a dually diagnosed adult here who's 37 years old, and you're exactly right, Jim. She should not have to continue to live in that home where she's in fear of her life. And as the person you have speaking as well, it is a disconnect. We have a big disconnect. But she really just kind of needs to go to the state and says, I can no longer take care of him. He's your problem. And unfortunately, it's called emergency placement, and that is what needs to happen at this point. He needs to be in a placement, and those aren't the best either, especially in Orlando, no offense.
No,
None taken.
Okay, stop right there for a second. Explain to me what that is and why. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be good in Orlando? Is it just like a home of some sort?
Well, there's a lot of great homes in Orlando. Let me take that back. There's just a lot of bad ones. But unfortunately, she falls in that crack. She's got a dually diagnosed individual. A lot of the group homes are just for individuals with intellectual disabilities, be it autism, Down syndrome, whatever it may be. And in her case, she's got a dually diagnosed individual and dually diagnosed meaning he's on the autism spectrum disorder as well as he's got a mental health diagnosis. That's a whole new level. Those homes are few and far between. But and your other caller said it exactly correct. The police don't know what to do with them. That's why you had that individual down in Miami who now lives in Orlando that was almost shot by the police, the caretaker, because the autistic kid was in the middle of the road and wouldn't get up and was, just crazy. It's what happened. But what this mom, she should not have to live this way. Nobody should. But unfortunately, Jim, we can't just say, I'm done with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
And listen, Sam, let me tell you, I don't really get the feeling she feels like that. You do get the feeling that there's considerable love for the kid, but at 37 years old and after living with her for 20 years, she has the right to expect more from him. It doesn't sound like there's been a whole lot of effort made on his part, and maybe that comes in with the diagnosis of the mental health. Maybe he doesn't even understand that. But when you show me that you can clean up blood and clean up a plate that you broke because the cops are coming, it shows me you have a cognitive ability to understand the repercussions of your actions there.
Yes and no. You're right. He understands that when the cops comes, that means he has to leave home. But having bipolar and having autism, I've watched individuals with disabilities be sitting in a chair happily watching TV and the next second beating the kid next to him. And you could say he knew what he was doing because as soon as he watches us walk over, he knows that he's now going to get in trouble and he stops. Well, yeah, but that's learned behavior. That's learned, and that's the disconnect here. That's what the police don't understand, and that's what I hate to say. Yeah, he's lived there for 20 years, and I'm not putting this on her by any means. But a lot of times what I found in all my years of doing this is parents have shaped this behavior.
Yeah.
And the best thing that can happen for her at this point, because she's done the one thing I've said for years not to do, is she's shown that fear. And an individual with a disability is like a shark, and when they smell that blood, they know where to go.
Wow, man.
So you're right. He knows when he does that.
Right.
She's going to call the police, and then he's going to be good so that he does. They also learn really quick. If you're calm when the police show up, you don't get Baker acted.
Hey, Samantha, let me ask. She said that she is, that they won't Baker act her, and we've always heard, and I've been around a couple of people that have been Baker acted. I know exactly what it takes to happen, but why wouldn't this apply for that? I mean, this seems like one of those scenarios. He just showed aggression. He's threatened to beat her up before. She has to sleep behind a barred door in her own home. I mean, where does that not apply?
Because when they come, he's calm.
Okay.
It's like you said, he knows enough. He breaks something, he knows enough to clean it up before the police arrive, because if he doesn't, there's the proof that he did something, and they can call him off. And if he's calm, they won't take him.
Yeah.
The only way that they would definitely take him if he says, I'm going to kill myself, and they're legally responsible to. But if he's totally calm when they get there, they see no reason to take them.
Wow, man. All right. Well, Sam, you got a question for her?
Do you deal with a lot of dually diagnosed? Because our texting service is lighting up from one family after another dealing with this nightmare of a dual diagnosis and basically being told, you got to go to court and there's nothing we can do to help you.
Well, and that is because now you've just run into a different realm. You've run into the dually diagnosed. And like I said earlier, there are plenty of homes out there for individuals with behavioral problems that are on the autism spectrum disorder. But you add both of them together and you'll find hardly anything.
Wow, man. Well, we just got a text that says, I feel for this lady. My dad's now living in my house because he's scared of my youngest brother. He ended up back at home because he's scared in his own house with his youngest son. Unbelievable.
I was just on the phone with a parent about a month ago who told me that, and it's going to sound very strange, that if she doesn't leave 10 pair of underwear on the dryer at all times, her autistic son will basically attack her and her husband all night long. I have never seen holes in walls in a home like I did. These people were living in complete fear.
I would ratchet strap that guy to a column. Which is a little joke there, a little abuse joke.
The other thing that, somebody comes in that works with a child and sees that, they'll call abuse on them.
Well, thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. I really do. And thanks for your input for sure.
Great first call.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb said it right, man. The texting service is absolutely melting down. If you've dealt with this, we would absolutely love to hear you. By the way, you don't have to use your real name. You don't have to use names or anything. You can tell us the basis of your story without getting into specifics.
Speaking of not using your real names, that wasn't hers.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and just to let you know that it can get pretty confidential. All of your names will be Samantha.
Yeah, okay, good.
Samantha.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031.
You can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecasting. We've got the mild weather continuing through about Monday, but we're going to have some interruptions with occasional rain. And the first bout of that comes in tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening with a 30% chance. But tonight down to 67, increasing clouds. Tomorrow the high 82 degrees. Down to 66 Friday, the high temperature 77 degrees. Looks like for the middle of next week, we'll cool things down before Thanksgiving into the 60s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Racetrack. Racetrack's new waffle breakfast sandwich will satisfy whatever you're craving in the morning, whether you're feeling something sweet or something savory. With golden, delicious waffles and melty, hearty goodness of sausage, egg, and cheese, it'll be love at first bite. Only $2.99 for a limited time.
Man, everybody knows the Big Green Egg is the most versatile outdoor cooker there is, and the great thing is Tools Ace Hardware has them in spades, all 7 sizes, ready to go, and a huge selection of stands and tables to fit any lifestyle, the perfect complement to any backyard. Everybody knows how unbelievable the Big Green Egg is. Cooking low and slow or super hot, it can do it all. Keeping those same temperatures for hours, of course it can do that. All the way through November at Tools Ace Hardware, 20% off barbecue sauces, seasonings, and rubs, plus you get that free gift box as well. Don't forget, the Jim Colbert Show seasonings are there and completely restocked this Saturday. So if your tools didn't have them or had already sold out, they will be completely replenished Saturday morning. So go grab them again. And just remember, those seasonings, 20% off right now at Tools Ace Hardware. Find yours today. It's easy at toolsacehardware.com.
Take command of the road from behind the wheel of your very own Nation's truck. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC, Nation's Trucks has got them all, and with approved credit, you'll take advantage of interest rates as low as 1.99% and make no payments till March of next year. Start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Jason Bottom's Led Zeppelin Evening 2021 Tour. Live. An unforgettable evening of Led Zeppelin's greatest hits and deepest cuts. November 24th at Dr. Phillips Center. Tickets on sale now at drphillipscenter.org. Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening 2021 Tour.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando. You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there, and that sniffle just doesn't stop. The Cleveland Clinic says common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, not drugs that never solve the problem. Say goodbye to allergies for good at Aspire. Call 844-MY-RELIEF. That's 844-MY-RELIEF.
Are you 65 or older, diagnosed with heart failure, and still experiencing unresolved symptoms? Then this message may be for you. Other symptoms like carpal tunnel syndrome or gastrointestinal problems could be a sign of something more serious, like transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM for short. ATTR-CM is a rare and life-threatening disease that worsens over time, so it's important to recognize the signs and talk to your doctor. For more information, visit attrcmfacts.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
O'Reilly. Are your wiper blades chattering, skipping, or squeaking? Don't let streaks or smearing on your windshield compromise your visibility. When it's time to replace your wiper blades, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and see our selection. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades while you wait. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
Staying healthy isn't easy, especially during the holidays. Watching your diet, staying active, managing stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses your movements and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Bring proven quality sleep home for the holidays. It's our ultimate Sleep Number event. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
My mortgage rate is 2.75%, thanks to Don That Mortgage Guy from homeloansradio.com. And if you're sitting at a 3, 4, or a 5, you're out of your mind. Right now, go to homeloansradio.com. Just hit apply now, and it will change your life. Homeloansradio.com with That Mortgage Guy, Don. Do it today.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Get social with us. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is the Jim Colbert Show, also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. If you haven't visited our website, JimColbertLive.com, tons of cool stuff up there on the blog and cool videos. Massive avalanche video we put up today. Other cool stuff. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing.
You're laughing. And you called me fat today. I don't forget stuff like that.
Whoa.
You called me fat. I'm telling you. I save all this stuff up, and then I crush your soul. You said I was fat.
I don't think I said
and you're the one that's getting
sentence.
fat.
Oh, I am.
You're the one that's getting fat. You told me today. You cried like a little baby, and I offered you a gummy bear.
Oh, yeah.
I can't have a gummy bear. I'm getting so fat.
And why were you eating gummy bears?
Because I'm fat. We just established that. Listen.
That's your salted.
Pay attention. They're not. I did that. I put
You
some
got
salt
gummy
on
bears
them.
on the left.
So
you got
good.
Cheez-Its on the right.
Gummies on the right. Hey, big old bag of M&Ms. Just stop it, Deborah. All right, 407-916-104. Man, we hit a nerve here. God almighty with the people calling in. You know, by the way, the woman who allowed us to talk about this actually texted the show and said thank you for the moral support and thank you for all the help. But, man, right at that, we get this one. I have an autistic teenage boy with anger issues. We've tried therapy, different forms of coping, discipline, praise, everything, but it's hard. The problem is insurance covers nothing, and outside therapy is extremely expensive. Affordable assistance is few and far between. Fear, they fear what's going to happen to him if something down the road doesn't get taken care of. If he will commit an act that can't be kind of backed out, and it's more of a criminal thing. You don't want that.
Well, it's not just that, but think about it. When a boy reaches puberty, he's flooded with that fun hormone called testosterone.
Oh yeah. All right.
And someone who is autistic or dually diagnosed autistic, bipolar, schizophrenia. Those impulse controls aren't there. They're not even aware of their strength before they've lashed out to you and laid you out on the ground.
A guy here says he has sister has a 30-year-old son, autistic with violent tendencies. The agencies have wiped their hands of him. You never know what will set him off. There's nowhere in Orange or Brevard that will take him. She has so many scars from him biting and punching her. I've looked into committing him to a hospital in Jacksonville. She has never had a normal life in her entire life. Has never had a normal day of existence because of the bind between the child and that mom.
No, the reason is because everyone plays the kick the can with this disease. I remember when Dan Marino first testified in front of the Florida legislature. This is back way when I first started in radio in the early 90s, because he had an autistic son. And his point in going to Florida lawmakers is like, listen, I can get whatever therapy my son needs to have a functioning, healthy, happy life. But the majority of families that live in Florida don't have that ability. Jimmy, if you guys had any idea what speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and this all has to come out of your pocket because it's not a disease.
Cheap.
Well, it's not a disease that kills.
Right, yeah.
So insurance doesn't want to pay for something that's chronic. They're either going to fix you or you're going to die from it, but they don't want to pay for it for the rest of your life.
Wow.
So these families have their hands absolutely tied from the moment that child is born.
And to give you an idea of what kind of person this woman is we're talking about,
she's a great woman.
She actually texted back in and said, "I'm so sad to hear there are other people going through the same thing."
Yeah.
Like, it's that kind of nightmare because obviously the wrench in the machine here is that you have that bond of love. It's a family member. And also internally a lot of that maybe they can't handle. I mean, they don't really know what they're doing. And you still have to project onto them love as if they're a, quote unquote, normal person with no aggressive tendencies or none of these other things happening.
Well, we've talked about it before with that movie we have to talk about, Kevin.
Yeah, oh God, man.
Where even at the end, she rents a home near the prison where her son is incarcerated.
And he wouldn't even talk to her.
I mean, but that's, you guys know as parents, do you know the depth of your love? Like where it would stop for your child? What would they have to do in order for you to say, that's it? I wash my hands of you?
It would have to be quite a bit.
And that's what these families are going through. They're just at their wits' end.
All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jimmy. No, I asked him not to use my real name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have a mental issue. I contracted encephalitis in North Africa while serving with the Army. But I have what they call fugue states, where I lose myself, and I have been known to be violent. And I have family members which are helping me, and I deal with this constantly. But for them not to be in fear, we have contacted the local police department and explained everything to them, so that if something happens where I do happen to become aggressive or anything, I've already signed a thing so that they can handle the situation.
Wow.
Because without my own waiver as an adult, they can't handle me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta tell you, buddy.
I had to sign something myself.
That's I have to tell you, buddy. That's pretty cool of you to do that.
No, it's not, dude. It's not cool that I have to do that. They should be able to deal with people, but they can't.
What?
Their hands are
They
tied.
can't. Yeah.
They can't.
Once you're over
Their
18.
hands are tied.
Well, I mean,
'Cause I'm a grown-ass man.
That's my point.
Yeah.
He's saying at least that's a step you took to help protect your family and to allow the authorities to deal with you in a state where you might not be of your sound mind. So I think Jimmy was giving you the compliment on that you were actually thinking about your family.
No, I appreciate that. What I'm saying is that it shouldn't have to come to that.
Right.
It should be, there should be some kind of
program of some sort, right? Yeah.
People, some kind of program where, I luckily during my sound state, I am sound.
So this happened to you.
I knew that.
This happened to you when you were serving. Are you getting any kind of treatment now, whether it's through the VA?
Yes, sir. No.
None?
Yeah. They take fantastic care of me. I'm in research programs and stuff because I have a rare type of encephalitis that I contracted. But still, just the fact that I had to, I was in a sound state, in front of a notary, had to give them permission to deal with me so that they couldn't be sued.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a tough situation, dude. I got to tell you, that's a real tough situation. But in that same sense, the family has to protect themselves as well. There's two sides of that equation. There are two sides. It sucks.
No,
but you're right. The VA should probably be more involved with handling that aspect of it, though.
It's interesting because you think if someone has a diminished mental capacity and they won't be able to take care of themselves, it's no question I should be able to go to every doctor's appointment with them. You can't. You have to get power of attorney because once they turn 18, you're not allowed to have any of that information.
You don't, man.
Even if you're a parent.
When my mom was passing and she was basically just going no, no, no to everything, it was the most frustrating thing in the world because there's nothing you can do.
Right.
Like, you're a grown adult that makes your own decisions. You do not have to listen to me. And it's so frustrating. I can only imagine. 407-916-1041. Steve, hang there, buddy. And if you guys want to call, you're welcome to do so. We'll take your call on the other side of this. We got to go to break right now. 407-916-1041.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Heavy traffic continues as officials work to clear this crash eastbound on I-4, causing delays. It's blocking the shoulder at John Young Parkway. We're seeing a slow ride back to Conroy Road. It's also heavy, too, if you're traveling westbound due to an earlier crash. Right near Ivanhoe Boulevard, delays back to Parr Street. It's heavy, too, westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. The turnpike's still up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Altamont Mall. Celebrate the holidays by stepping into the magic of the Wishing Forest at Altamont Mall. Visit the Wishing Tree Grove, capture magical moments with Santa, and give back to your community with nostalgic games. All proceeds will benefit Allie's Hope Foundation. Visit altamontmall.com to plan your trip.
Your home is one of your largest and most important assets. It shelters your family, after all. And a beautiful new fence from our friends over at Mossy Oak Fence is a great way to add appeal and value to your home. Also a great way to provide more safety and security for your family, your kids, and your pets. It's exactly why I got my fence from the guys over at Mossy Oak. And man, they build me a nice one. Beautiful, great construction, absolutely wonderful craftsmanship. You can have the same thing. And the fact is, over at Mossy Oak Fence, your family safety and security is their number one priority. Give them a try, man. Visit MossyOakFences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
The holidays call for Dunkin's new Holiday Blend coffee. Enjoy a warming blend with notes of molasses and dried fruit to spark your spirit and give you that holiday hustle. Sip through the holidays with a $2 medium Holiday Blend coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Offices, Orlando.
One thing people really love about International Diamond Center, their diamond experts are not paid on commission.
No commission structure means no pressure, brutal honesty, no fluff.
That's IDC veteran diamond expert Robbie Blue, who says this approach removes the stress and puts you in control.
If I've got 3 items here and it doesn't benefit me to sell you any one of those, I want you to pick what you like.
There's zero incentive to upsell you or steer you in a more expensive direction.
If I show you 3 diamonds that are the shape that you're after and the size, and if one is 11,000, one is 8,000, and one is 6,000, do you see a difference? No commission means I can tell you that take that 2,000 or 3,000 and put it somewhere in your life that will make a difference. If you can't tell the differences, then don't spend it.
No commission sales means more honesty, more transparency, and overall just a more pleasant experience.
It makes it more fun. It makes it more enjoyable, I think, for me, and very much believe for the client.
International Diamond Center, 4 Orlando locations.
Gibson Truck World, the king of trucks. With our exclusive 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, valid across the entire United States. 15-day exchange policy. Our 25-bay service department. And remember, we'll pay you $1,000 if you can find a better truck for less.
Looking for healthcare coverage? Here's some great news. United Healthcare individual and family plans are now available on the healthcare marketplace. 80% of enrollees can find a plan for $10 or less a month after tax credits. Visit buyuhc.com to shop and learn more. CMS Newsroom, March 12, 2021. Policies have exclusions, limitations, and terms under which the policy may be continued, enforced, or discontinued. For costs and complete coverage details, contact your insurance agent or United Healthcare.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with 1 unlimited mobile line per year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for West 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Cameron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Cameron Hall Show.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword WIN
WIN. WIN. To the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN. To the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Breaking news, Paul Gosar has been removed from all committees that he was sitting on because of sharing the video of somebody depicting killing AOC and doing other damage to, is it Nancy Pelosi or whatever?
The president.
The president, yeah. So he's been censured by the House.
Yeah, 2 Republicans voted with all Democrats in favor of censure, and that was Liz Cheney and Kitzlinger.
Yeah, Kinzinger.
Kinzinger.
Yeah. And of course, Republicans in Wyoming are voting to not even
acknowledge
her as a Republican.
Liz Cheney is a Republican.
She has decided to go awry. She is like, I'm going to throw all the wrenches and all the machines. But it's so funny that Paul Gosar guy is quite a mess. I think all of his siblings, he has six
of them.
6 siblings, all say he's like a stone cold sociopath.
They all ran ads telling people not to vote for him.
He's the worst.
Only his mother came out in support of him.
No.
But it was enough.
All right, 407-916-1041. Of course, we are also waiting for the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Are they still deliberating, or is it all done for the day? Yeah.
No, they're still deliberating.
So we know they asked for more information yesterday, some more trial or jury.
Well, they had asked for extra jury instructions, but then they also asked to see drone video that the defense says apparently they were not allowed or not given privy to, so they have asked the judge for a mistrial.
Yeah.
The judge says that he is going to strongly consider that.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's going to walk. I think Sean Watson had said earlier from the news junkie that they think he's going to walk. I mean, they dropped the gun charges, and I just don't think the prosecution did a good job, proving that he's guilty of murder or even manslaughter, maybe, for that matter. All right, 407-916-1041. We were talking about this case that I saw on our gym members page. By the way, you can join our private Facebook page called Gym Members. It doesn't cost anything. Just click there. We'll give you an approval. While on that page, I noticed that one of our listeners was crying out for help because she has a violent autistic son that has become uncontrollable. Been living with her for 20 years, and she's actually in fear of living in her own home right now.
Well, it's also important to mention that he's not only autistic, but he's also paranoid schizophrenic. So there's that dual diagnosis there that changes it from just being on the spectrum.
And man, have we had an absolute ton of people texting in and saying how sympathetic they were because they too are dealing with one of those same situations. 407-916-1041. Let's take a couple calls on this and we'll get off of it and move on. Steve, how you doing? Welcome to the program.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just long short, I'm that kid, man. I've had Asperger's since I was 3 with violence, and if it wasn't for my mother and certain principals and guidance counselors, I'd been locked up in the state a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm now 39, self-employed, run heavy equipment all the time. It's just one of those things, but it's very mental, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I fight it every day.
What was the okay? So you unpacked a lot on us there because now you're saying you're doing fine. What was what got you to the point where you could have a job and a quote unquote normal life?
A lot of physical therapy, a lot of one-on-one with people. I was a mute for a long time. I didn't talk to nobody. Physical therapy was very hard. And a lot of just family love. That's what a lot of us need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me really through all of it was my mother and other people just saying, hey, you can do this, you can do that. And, I mean, you guys know me. I did ride bulls for 15 years professionally.
Oh, yeah, I know who you are.
Yeah.
So with that said, man, were you aware? Like when you were becoming violent and stuff, were you aware of what you were doing? What was it like?
Sometimes you'd be aware for a split second and then you just black out. And when you wake up, it's what happened?
Man, that's
got to be so scary
and so tough to deal with because again, it's somebody you care for and you know that they only have a limited control over it.
I had very limited control. I mean, they had me on drugs at the age of 3. Ritalin was the top one. Then I got Baker acted, and they tried a bunch of other drugs on me while I was in a mental hospital for a while. And Once I decided at like 13 or 14 that I could try to control it myself, that was the stepping stone.
So do you think that being a mute and not being able to communicate, we hear this with other disorders where communication is one of the things in question, and the anger builds up because of your inability to communicate what you're dealing with?
That's the biggest thing. When we try to speak to somebody and they don't catch it, and we just start getting very angry because no one can understand us, we more or less get mad at ourselves, and then we let it out on everybody else.
Have you ever hurt anybody?
I have.
Someone you care for?
Yes, one of my best friends.
How bad?
Bad enough to where they had to split my head on the floor to get me out of the mode.
Whoa. Did they survive?
They did.
Do you still speak?
Yes, we do. We're actually still friends, and he's a great friend of mine now. He's got 5 or 6 kids.
So he understood where you were at?
He knew from the start. He was actually the guy that taught me how to ride bulls and knew from the start that, hey, when I black out, this is how you handle me. And my wrestling coaches knew it at the time, too, and that's one reason I was so good at wrestling. And I don't remember a lot of my matches.
Damn. Did any of the meds have any effect other than just basically dumbing down your entire psyche?
No, they just make you a zombie.
Yeah.
And try to slow you down because the ADHD kind of counter effects with the Asperger's at the same time. So your mind does 1,000 miles an hour. You can't think. You can't communicate. Then they put you on the zombie drugs. It slows you down. Yeah, you can try to communicate and you do better and you focus, but at the same time, you don't remember anything because you're so drugged out.
Yeah. Hey, man, well, listen, we wish you the best, and thanks for the call. We appreciate that
thank
very
you for
much.
sharing.
And just hang in there, buddy. Just hang in there, man. God almighty. 407-916-1041. I think that cat's been listening quite a while. I think I remember his name as well.
It wasn't Steve.
No. I know. Did you know his real name, though?
Yeah.
Start with an M?
I mean, I did know his real name. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
What, 15 minutes?
Yeah,
no, about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a good dude, too, man. All right, 407-916-1041. It's good. I mean, those stories need to be heard, too, because,
Absolutely.
I mean, people out there are listening. I mean, the gentleman that called us earlier, and you think, you can't communicate. People don't understand where you're coming from. I mean, that would be the most frustrating thing. And I know that children deal with this when there are kids and they're already having a difficult time kind of understanding the idea of communicating through language, right? And then you pile on disorders like autism, Asperger's, ADHD, any of those things, and you can't get through. I mean, it's losing your mind.
Mental health and how we deal with it definitely needs more attention and something that needs to be addressed because it becomes, and I know even Scott Maxwell has written about this in the past. The jails become the institutions,
right. Or our streets,
or the streets, and eventually the jails for many when they can't assimilate. They don't have the tools. They don't have that structure, that support system. And and as we started this conversation an hour ago, sometimes one family member isn't enough for all the needs that a special needs child requires.
Yeah. God almighty, man. 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Yeah, buddy.
I really resonated with one aspect of that phone call, and is when he brought up Ritalin. Believe it or not here, guys, but I was also prescribed Ritalin.
Were you really?
Yeah, for about 3 years when I was a child.
No joke.
Yeah,
Dude, really?
Yeah, and the one thing that is pretty insane to think about, and I think about this maybe possibly too often, was that when I was prescribed Ritalin, there was three massive things that happened. Started crushing it in school.
Good for you.
Well, the problem is that I also hardly ate.
Good for you.
And then the
Maybe you
third
need some Ritalin
thing,
again.
He was swapping out his pills for better grades.
All right. And then you ready for this dose of irony?
Yeah.
Would not speak. Barely spoke.
Really?
All yeses, all no's, no personality.
You have to wonder, though, and I mean, you have to wonder the drugs really and the therapies, like he was saying. I mean, who are they really for? Are they to make the people dealing with that difficult person's life easier through kind of numbing them and dumbing them down so they're less of a problem, or is it really looking for an answer?
I don't really think it's the drugs that are specifically trying to dumb them down or Like, I know one of the reasons why I don't like pharmaceuticals for anxiety is because the whole goal is to calm my central nervous system down. Well, super. Now you've made it so that I just want to sleep the rest of the day. You know, take away the symptoms without taking away the verve for life.
Right, yeah.
And that's the problem. You know, you crush it in school, but then you don't feel like yourself anymore.
And now I look at myself as an adult at 32, and I keep thinking about that different trajectory of if I would have stayed taking Ritalin or some ADD, ADHD medicine, whatever it is. I'm not a big fan of even borderline believing in it. That's why, I mean, obviously I have an experience with it because I'm such a pessimist with that diagnosis.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure I'm dead wrong, but that's just me. But I think about that different life if I were to stay on those things. No stand-up comedy.
Yeah, man.
Virtually no creativity. You, all four of us don't meet, or you guys probably meet, but I don't meet you guys. I don't have what I would consider one of my strengths of being a human, which is just simply put a pretty fun time for a guy.
Yeah, just being around people, just being professionally around people, and not being like anxious, and that's tough for a lot of people. But yeah, man, those therapies. You know, when my kids were in school, we would hear parents talk about having their kids on medications at 12 and 13 years old. I'm like, are you joking? Like, not in a million years. No, I mean, not for me, man. I just don't think I could manage that. But my situations were never severe enough for me to even consider it. But I would just think that, like, you know, Ross is saying that it takes part of your life from you.
I was first through about fourth grade, I think.
Man.
It can, but that's the other aspect of the mental health discussion that's so difficult. It's getting folks who need the medications to take the medications and to stick with the medications.
Yeah. The only bad part about it now is I have to live with the fact that the only time I got multiple A's was when I was on drugs.
Wow.
Like I felt like I was cheating. In hindsight, I mean, I was crushing my alphabet stuff.
Maybe you should
Cursive,
you should lighten up on the good Ritalin thing. I mean, you're sending a really mixed message to our audience.
I'm just saying, your kid's going to pass, but he won't eat for a couple days.
All right, well, that could be an answer for a bunch of people.
But it might shut him up.
All right, 407-916-1041. Load him up. Oh, no, let's do that. Scott Maxwell up next. We'll do the trivia in just a little bit. I guess we have to talk to Scott.
Guess so.
Yeah. And so, by the way, a very interesting article he wrote today, and the discussion should be relatively lively about what he wrote about today. That's up next.
Yeah. It's going down. What do you got to say about it? 407-916-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Northbound 417 still jammed up from a crash, taking up the left lane between I-Drive and Jongyum Parkway. We're still seeing a solid ride, too, heading west on I-4 from an earlier accident at Ivanhoe Boulevard. We're seeing delays back to Parr Street. Heavy 2 westbound between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Some slowdowns eastbound between Sand Lake Road and Kirkman Road. The 408 up to speed. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Get back to visiting new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and even private rooms. Book now at Amtrak.com. Adventurous journeys, just an Amtrak away.
Man, the holidays have arrived. I'm here to help you out. Take a little stress away when it comes to buying something very special for someone in your life. All you have to do is go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road in Orlando. David Layer and their team have been friends for 20 years. All the important jewelry I purchased over the last 20 years right there at Goldsmith Jewelry, including the wedding ring that's on my wife's finger right now. These guys are awesome. Special personal service you don't really find anymore. There's something for every budget, the best quality for the low prices. Really a gigantic selection of everything you could dream of for that special person in your life. That's right there at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop. Hop online today at goldsmithjewelry.com or visit them, 1212 Lee Road right there in Orlando, and tell them I sent you. Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Marty, I am the ghost of rewards past, here to show you all the cash back you could have earned on your holiday purchases.
But I get up to 1.75% cash back on all my purchases.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union cash rewards card.
Well, cool. Happy holidays.
Learn how you can slay the season with the cash rewards card at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Save money by doing it yourself with Fence Outlet's low-maintenance vinyl fence in a box. It's only $3,355 for an average backyard of 120 feet. From hardware to concrete, you get everything you need. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey, you were supposed to be here 10 minutes ago.
Boss, I'm a little freaked out right now.
What's wrong?
It's SafeTouch Security and their video monitoring systems. They're popping up everywhere.
Oh. For a minute, you had me worried.
Boss, my next-door neighbor's got SafeTouch video monitoring, the place across the street's got it, and now I notice there's one next door to the one across the street.
Keep it together now.
Boss, I'm surrounded. It's never been more dangerous to be a crook.
Whoa, easy. Look, you're not planning to break into your neighbor's house, are you?
Well, no.
Problem solved. Don't steal their TV and everything will be fine.
Okay. Yeah, that makes me feel better.
Oh, good. But when we're working, we still gotta stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule. Stay away from SafeTouch houses.
Yeah.
Now get over here. We got work to do. Now, for a limited time, the SafeTouch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The SafeTouch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call SafeTouch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
Men, as we age, sexual activity can fade. Stop suffering from ED or PE today by calling Legacy Men's Health. Meet Dr. Katz.
We can restore your sexual potency on your first visit with medications custom blended just for you. Even if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues, you'll be lasting longer than ever in the bedroom, and it's affordable.
Get guaranteed results on your first visit, or it's free. Call Legacy Men's Health at 407-544-4644. That's 407-544-4644.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for WESH 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Tamron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Tamron Hall Show.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
If you're even thinking about renovating, you have to check out the Houzz website and app. That's Houzz. More than 65 million people are using Houzz because it's the best way to keep your project on budget. Why? When you hire a pro on Houzz, they can use Houzz tools to give you a detailed estimate and financial dashboard where you can see and approve any changes in real time. So for remodeling made easy, just go to Houzz. That's Houzz. And find a local pro to give you a great home and a great experience.
In honor of Veterans Day, iHeartMedia presents Veterans You Should Know, a podcast featuring the men and women of our armed forces. Join actor and Marine Corps veteran Rob Riggle as he speaks with fellow vets about their experiences at home and abroad.
And I remember thinking, what are the chances an IED's been here so long that grass has grown on top of it? And that's exactly what happened. There was a pressure plate buried underneath where grass had grown over, and that's the one I stepped on.
Listen to Veterans You Should Know on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Text that to 200-200 for your shot to take home $1,000. Again, 5 o'clock keyword is WIN. Good luck. We would love to see you take some of that cash down for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Greetings.
Ross is here as well.
What it be like, Jim?
Every Wednesday around this time, we invite our good friend to drop by, Scott Maxwell. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. He proves it by printing it on paper and then giving it to you right there in real time. Also, you can find him on Twitter at Scott_Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell, how are you, friend?
Hello.
Hello,
I
Scott.
am doing spectacular. How about you guys?
Buddy, we are doing...
that look on your face, man. What's going on? Explain the look on your face.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Did
you do it?
I got a pop-up that said my speaker wasn't working.
Oh.
First the look was just listening to Ross give his what up to Jim it just puts a smile on my face. It's like they're speaking kind of different languages, but they both like each other, so they nod in agreement. I don't know.
With the exception of the like each other part, pretty accurate. Relatively accurate.
It's not like
And then
it's
it was
love. It's more of a love thing.
More of a...
Tell him you love him.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
He'll come in there and hug you.
Do it. You do love him. You do love him.
Say you love him, Jimmy. Say it.
Say it. Listen, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. I care for him greatly.
You know what I was telling Jack? He reminds me of a Labrador puppy. I mean, I'm not in there all the time, obviously, but I kind of imagine he comes bounding in into the office every day. And Jim, I know you sometimes have to fuss at him, but the same way with the puppy, when you smack it on the nose after it piddles, I bet you feel bad.
I mean, I do, but he did pee on our carpet yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't really,
Hey,
I don't regret it.
It's a bladder control issue, maybe.
Sometimes I sneezed hard, and sometimes you got to send a message at the same time.
Hey, by the way, buddy, we let everybody know that you are welcome to come back into the studio if you want.
Oh, all right.
So
That's last time I was there with you guys. It was a bourbon competition. It was my favorite day ever in radio.
I'll tell you what, when you come back next week, well, yes, no. Well, I don't know. We'll talk about it.
No, next week.
No, next week. But the week after
Scott,
that.
Yeah, don't come here next week.
Bourbon
exactly.
time.
You're going to be lonely.
I'll be there.
Come here next week. All right, listen.
Johnny Magic, where is everyone?
You way missed that guy. They fly that guy on a chopper. That new air taxi. He's got the only one. They drop him off in Windermere in some mansion made of marble, and he hides there until the next morning. And he comes back in and just makes gillions of dollars for him. You know that guy. So I loved your column today, by the way. I think it's very funny because it really does point out the thing that I love the most, that everybody believes there are people who are above cash and nobody is. Even the players you think they would say, you know what, we don't need that. It's way bigger than that. That's not the case at all. And explain your headline of Mickey wants to gamble.
Right. And Jim, I'm going to cop to something. I probably sound like a know-it-all some of the times. I'm going to cop to the fact that Disney had me hosed on this one. I actually believed for a long time that Disney was opposed to gambling. And by the way, when I say believe, I mean, I took them at their word because they only said it like 1,000 times.
And by the way, really, technically, they're kind of accurate. What they're against is casino gambling. That's what they don't want, right? Casino gambling. Any opportunity for you to go somewhere else in the state of Florida and spend a couple $100.
Yes.
Kind of.
Except they backed up their opposition to gambling, like they don't have casinos on their boats, on their ships.
Yeah, they don't.
And that's not about competition. I mean, that would be
that's
just
a moral
about whether
thing.
That was sort of the notion. It doesn't go with our family-friendly brand. And just 2 years ago, when Bob Iger was president, I think I don't even know what prompted it. I'm guessing it was sports betting was starting to take off, and they own ESPN as they have for a while. And they said, is Disney going to get into gambling? And he could not have been more emphatic. That's not our brand. That's not what we're doing. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. And now you have Disney with virtually, I'm going to say, everybody else in the world trying to get in on sports betting, in particular in Florida's market.
Billions and billions of dollars are at stake here, and that's why Disney is all of a sudden interested, because they're publicly held and they have stockholders to answer to, and they have the ability to move a lot of legislation around. And it's kind of interesting how this thing is kind of working out. The state, Florida is such a unique machine because
that's one way of saying it.
I mean, you laid it out, all the options that were there, and then Florida went, "Nah, man, we're taking this road.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
So,
we're going over here."
That's right. And I think there were 3 different things this state could have done, all of which would have been logically defensible when it comes to sports betting. They could have kept the status quo, said we don't want any sports betting. They could have told the Seminole tribe, you know what, you can have sports betting in your casinos the same way you do every other game. Or that you're allowed to have that nobody else is allowed to have. Or they could have said, you know what, it's 2021. I think most states, I think it's 32 states already have sports betting. We're just going to open up the market to sports betting. All of those things I think would have been logically defensible, but they said no. And what they decided to do was just throw the market open statewide, but only let one entity control the entire market. And that's the Seminole tribe. And I think anybody who cares about sort of consumer rights or basic economics does not like the idea of a government granted monopoly to one entity. And so that's why you have the debate that we have going on right now, because FanDuel and DraftKings said,
Oh, yeah, they're coming at them. And you can imagine that they would know, because Florida would be a hotbed for this. I mean, Florida probably has been the white buffalo for this for quite a while, because there's so much cash out there. But it is kind of interesting how they would allow the Seminole tribe to do that. And I don't know why they would want them to regulate it. Is it just because the infrastructure was already there?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of reasons they would tell you they did it. They would tell you they were just doing it as part of compact negotiation, and that the Seminole tribe made a legal argument that they aren't really conducting betting statewide because they're putting the computer servers on their property. So even though you can place a bet in Key West, Jacksonville, or Pensacola, the only gambling is taking place on their property, which does not make any sense. And then the other argument you could have is that they think the Seminole tribe could regulate it. And the other one, I guess they also say that the tribe's going to pay more in taxes, but more than what? I mean, they could have opened up the market to anybody and said anybody who wants to get in has to pay 15% or 20% or whatever it is.
And basically, this is just talking about the gambling through the app, right? So, I mean, if you drove to any one of the casinos, whether it be Tampa, whether it be Miami, you could go into their sports book and make bets no differently than you could at any casino in Vegas or Reno or wherever, right?
Theoretically, although that's not the case now. I happened to go down to visit one weekend before, and the sports app that you were talking about was up and running. There was no place at the Guitar down in Hollywood to place a bet there. I think they wanted to rush and get the app out before they got a sports book up, because they know there is such competition, which is why your listeners may have seen, like if they've ever Googled something, they're going to start to see these ads that pop up. And one of them comes from, they're sponsored by FanDuel and DraftKings, though you might not know it because it's listed. They're calling themselves Florida's education champions.
Like the lottery.
The lottery did a good job of that.
Yes, exactly. And I just, for whats and giggles, I decided to go through their finances and see how many of their donations came from entities other than sports bookies. It was 0.001%. Literally 99.999% came from them. And what they're claiming is, if you let us into the market, and I said in the column, I think they should be let into the market. I think consumers benefit when you have more players competing for your dollar.
Right, yeah.
But they're saying, if you let us into the market, all of our proceeds will go to education. It's a noble idea. I theoretically support it, but we've seen what happened with the lottery. I mean, if you want to help education, go volunteer at your kid's school. You don't vote for the sports.
Yeah, because the old bait and switch game, we got that one with the lottery. Yes. The lottery's going to finance education. What they didn't tell you was it was going to completely finance education, and and all of the budgeted money that went to the education system was spent elsewhere. I'm sure wisely, as it always is.
We did an in-depth report. I don't remember. I'm going to say 20 years after the lottery started, And 20 years after the education lottery was going, Florida was spending a lower percentage of its budget on public education than before.
Yeah, because it was being subsidized by that gambling. They could put that money elsewhere. It was a plan the entire time. And it's funny to hear DraftKings and FanDuel talk like they're here to save the world, when really all they want is a piece of that cash. And let's face it, the app is where the money is. I mean, the money they could make by people stumbling into the sports book at either one of those casinos is pissant cash compared to what even Code Black is spending right now on the app as we speak. And I'm not joking. I mean, and listen, I wish I was even remotely joking. The instant that they found out that app was available, every dude I knew had already downloaded it and placed bets within the first 15 minutes it was available. 15 minutes in, every cat I knew, 40 dudes in my world, downloaded that thing and were gambling immediately. In the last 3 conversations I've had with Code Black had nothing to do with our lives. It was all how much he was up on gambling.
And I bet if you asked every single one of your friends who opened that app, friend, would you rather have one choice for a place where you can place your bets or 4 choices?
Yeah.
None of them are going to say one, Scott. I don't like choices at all. I don't like people competing, offering me better promo discounts or sign up. I just want one. And by the way, I like the Hard Rock brand. I think they do a
wonderful job. Great products.
And I've downloaded the app. I proudly lost $100.
Good for you.
Yes. Yeah, right after they did it. But I don't think you can make a free market argument. And you know, there's a similarity to what we keep talking about, Jim. Just last week we were talking about marijuana. Medical marijuana. This state keeps legalizing things, but then keeps cracking down on who's allowed to get into the market. And it's all about these politics and this backswapping. The Seminole tribe, after the legislature and the governor granted them this monopoly, cut the Republican Party of Florida $600,000 in checks right afterwards. So that's the reason these things are getting monopoly.
Now, where does Disney come into play here? Now, I know that Disney, with the ESPN connection, it seems like such a borderline kind of what's the word I'm looking here for, guys?
Conflict.
It seems like a conflict of interest almost because of the nature of the of course, the programming is what it is. They're just reporting on events that happen. They don't really manipulate the events or even control the events. They just broadcast them per se. But when Disney, injects themselves into this conversation, what are they trying to do? What exactly are they trying to do?
Well, Jim, it's just as simple as that. I would like to buy. Daddy needs a new pair of golden shoes. Needs some new white gloves.
Easy, Mickey. You don't need to. The app just released.
The backhand is getting weak.
What do you like betting on, Mick?
Everything. Yeah. Anything.
Who do you like?
I really like the Detroit Lions. What I'm trying to say is I'm in terminal debt.
I don't think you are, buddy. You should double check your account. I think you're doing just fine.
I might lose a limb here, Jim.
You might want to look at that savings account. I think that thing's got a couple commas.
Isn't that right, Donald Duck?
Could you imagine? See the old Disney characters all dragged out like betting crazy. They're all degenerates.
I'm seriously not doing good, Scott.
Out their mouth.
How do you think Scrooge McDuck got all his money?
All right, exactly.
Off of my debt.
Yeah, but to get to your point, Jim, you're right. They're struggling with this a little bit. There have already been, in fact, whenever I write about this stuff, I get sucked into a wormhole of research. There have already been ethical questions about how ESPN is balancing this stuff when they already have a number of betting shows, on there, on ESPN. And some of their hosts have started their own side ventures on either stakes in betting apps or in betting advice. And people have raised the question, well, you got people telling the whole world how to bet on one thing, and maybe they're taking action on another. That's a conflict. Disney has wrestled with that as well, and they still are candid about how they don't know. But the greater point is, as you said, all they know is they want freaking in.
Yeah,
there's billions of dollars here. And the question, and I'm just going to read to you two of the quotes. This is Bob Chapek. This is Disney's new CEO. Now, keep in mind, 2 years ago, they said they weren't getting into this. 4 years ago, this company financed the No Casinos Amendment in Florida. Right? This is the company that financed the No Amendment Florida. He says we have to consider gambling in a big way. It's something we're keenly interested in and pursuing aggressively. The company that was financing No Casinos.
Yeah. Well, I think a good indicator for Disney that the words come around kind of seem fitting here. This company had a 50s kind of feel for so many years. But to me, what indicated that these guys are changing the way they looked at the market was when they started allowing alcohol in the parks. when they started serving alcohol at certain places in the parks, I was like, man, I never thought in a billion years that you would see alcohol in any way, shape, or form on a Disney property anywhere. Epcot maybe because it's a different machine, but not in the Magic Kingdom. And things have changed. Do you think any family now, any nuclear family now, is going to not consider Disney as a park that they would visit with their kids because they would endorse gambling? Not one family. I mean, I can't say not one, but 0.5% of people are going, no way, these guys support gambling. Not a chance, man.
And Chapek said something very much along those lines. He said that basically community standards have changed, and we need to go where the consumers are. That was the line he used. And that's where there's not the same stigma there is about gambling in general, but certainly about sports betting. And the other reality is it's happening. I guarantee you Code Black was placing bets somehow or somewhere before this app came along. It's just a lot easier for them now.
Absolutely. Everybody wanted to be able to do that. Everybody wanted to run the parlays and have fun and do the whole thing. And I mean, you should. I would love to see what percentage of gambling debt, like degenerate gambling debt, is sports gambling as opposed to casino gambling. I bet that number is pretty shocking. Because especially if you have an app and you don't have to go to the casino to play cards or roulette, and you can just log on and run your numbers.
There's definitely there are problems on all fronts, but there's some folks who rode hard and put up wet at the casino.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those in person,
those
folks. But yeah,
those slot zombies are monsters, man. It's great.
And there will probably be more of it going on. But once again, we're not debating whether or not to allow sports betting throughout the state of Florida. That ship sailed 3 months ago in a special session.
Right, yeah.
The only question is whether you want to have one entity in charge of that or multiple.
Right.
And I think if folks get to vote, they will vote in favor of it, of opening up the market. But man, that's going to be a battle because you're going to have the Seminole tribe pumping who knows how much to preserve
tens of millions of dollars. We know that DraftKings and FanDuel are deep pockets as well, and I know that they're launching a petition drive to ask Floridians to allow them in, and it is going to be the battle. That is the battle because so much money is at stake here, so much cash. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is nobody's running honest ads, right? The honest ad the Seminoles would run an ad that say, my God, we have a really profitable monopoly. Help us keep it. That's the honest ad. But that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that doesn't come off real well.
They're running ads that warn you about the dangers of casino gambling, keeping in mind that they're one of the largest casino operators on the planet,
right, exactly.
and warning about out-of-state interest. On the other side, they're talking about education, but to the other side's credit, they're also talking about choice. But yeah, it's going to be a big, deep pocket.
Scott, what else you got coming up this week, buddy?
I got something for tomorrow. Just posted it. We're about to get $19 trillion in infrastructure money. All these states are rushing on how to decide how they want to spend it. I like what I saw the governor of Kentucky do. He said, I want to use this money in part to reduce tolls in my state. We had a big bridge that we were getting ready to do, and it was going to be toll. I want to make this a toll-free bridge. A lot of people do not know, Jim, Florida is the most tolled state in the United States of America. More than Texas, more than any bigger state. We have more than 700 miles. It's primarily a regressive way to tax people. It hits most of the people who can't afford to live near where they work. I like of what Kentucky's doing of trying to reduce tolls here, so I'm encouraging Florida.
Very good. That's $19 billion we're getting there for the roads, and of course
$19 billion.
And then they put out the list today of all the bridges that are crumbling across the U.S. so that you can search and see which one you live near. That's kind of funny because all that money's coming over. All that money's coming down the line. Hey, buddy, always good hearing from you. Of course, you can see his stuff Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and always on Twitter, Scott_Maxwell. Scott, have a great week. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Absolutely. See you then.
All right, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up. Trivia is next.
We have a prize. You have a frog. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Nomi Health.
Well, it didn't take long for the Cowboys to get back on track after that disappointing loss to the Broncos. America's team rebounded with a dominating performance against the Falcons. The Cowboys are the #1 scoring offense and a top 10 scoring defense, and currently tied for the second best winning percentage in the league. There's only one question remaining. How about them Cowboys? I'm Chris Collinsworth.
Nomi Health is now providing same-day COVID-19 testing in Orlando. Quick and convenient drive-through testing is available with no out-of-pocket cost. To register and find the site near you, visit nomihealth.com/FL. That's nomihealth.com/FL. Get tested today with Nomi Health.
And with Rebath, you're dealing with a national company with standards, policies, and procedures to make sure you get the bathroom you ordered on time, every time. And that is exactly what Dave Denbauer does over at his company, Rebath of Mid-Florida. By the way, Dave Denbauer, the guy who owns this company, is one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. I love doing business with people that have integrity, and he has it in spades. He only wants you to have a wonderful bathroom. It's that simple. Him and his son both run this company for one reason, to make sure you have a beautiful bathroom, and they do it every single day. Company has had the same installers for 8 to 10 years, which is unheard of. It really tells the story of the company, and yeah, you can get an amazing bathroom with great products that you've known about forever. Moen, Kohler, Delta, Birch Cabinetry. That's what they install. This is not junk. Matter of fact, you can go by this showroom right now and put your hands on those materials and actually feel that quality. And by the way, while you're at the showroom, 436 Altamont across from Kobe, you can actually see what the products look like. Now, those models are just set up to show you that. These guys are going to build you a custom bathroom because that's all they do. It's no cookie cutter, one size fits all. You're going to get the bathroom of your dreams every single time. Hop online today at rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, and then book your appointment. Your dream bathroom is honestly that visit away. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Spectrum Business is proud to support small businesses with the best internet and phone services at the best value. But we want to do more. So now, for a limited time, get 1 month of services for free. That's right, 1 month on us. Get 200 megabit per second internet and business phone, and even TV, all free for 1 month, plus free installation. Call 855-757-4544 or visit spectrum.com/business today. Restrictions apply.
Thank you, Congresswoman Murphy, for your leadership and for investing in America's infrastructure. Roads, bridges, water systems, the electric grid. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act will create jobs for Florida workers, spur economic growth to put more money in the pockets of Florida families, and drive productivity for Florida industries. Thank you for supporting this historic legislation. Paid for by Business Roundtable.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a diamond by thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
You work hard, so you deserve the good things in life, like getting an amazing deal on awesome internet. That's why there's never been a better time to switch to Xfinity. Get the fast and reliable internet you deserve for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. And for the first time ever, ask how to get 12 times the speed for the same internet price when you add Xfinity Mobile. Just imagine, faster downloads, more streaming, the possibilities are endless. That's more speed and you'll save hundreds over AT&T. Plus, ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now because you deserve awesome internet. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto-pay with stored bank account. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Connect internet 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares monthly service charge for Xfinity 600 megabits per second to AT&T 500 megabits per second, each with one unlimited mobile line for a year as of 10/6/21. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of mobile usage.
Some people treat investing like a game, but Marcus by Goldman Sachs approaches investing in a smart way with digitally managed portfolios that leverage Goldman Sachs strategies. So, do you want to play games or do you want your money to work smart? you can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 50% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Wow, that's a seriously massive pickup.
12 inches of lift.
Seriously, that's high.
My insurance isn't. With AAA, I saved over $800 on both home and auto together.
Seriously? Insurance through AAA?
Seriously. My AAA agent helped make sure I have the right home and auto coverage. Get in. We'll take a spin.
I'm seriously going to need a ladder.
The home and auto insurance bundle through AAA. Serious coverage. Serious savings. Learn more at AAA.com/seriously. Discounts and savings opportunities subject to eligibility. Savings amounts may vary. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Company in Florida.
Now at McDonald's, bundle a McDouble or McChicken with small fries for just $3.39 at participating McDonald's.
Still showing the world every aspect of your life on social media? Yep, us too. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate that very, very much. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here along with Jack. Let's find out what's in the sauce jar.
All aboard! All aboard.
Choo-choo, choo-choo.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
I have a beautiful pair of tickets to the Orlando Science Center. All aboard! Orlando Science Center is Central Florida's award-winning hands-on science museum for more than 60 years. Yes, you, come on board. Our exhibits and programming have brought science to life for not just residents of Central Florida, but also visitors from around the world. Now get off! That is your sauce jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. And better yet, mention the Jim Colbert Show. That'll get you a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. All aboard, Jim.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Who goes first today, buddy?
Anybody see a train? Not you. Get away, sir. I have a beautiful James on line 1.
James, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Wonderful. Want to play a little game with us?
He's all aboard.
Yes, I would love to.
Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
I like that better than the Southern Lawyer, I got to tell you that.
Oh.
All right, James, here you go, buddy. We got an easy game here for you. Got a question, 4 answers. One of them is not true. It's a lie. If you can find it, I will send you to the sauce jar. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here we go. It's National
Pancake.
Fast Food Day.
Big Butts.
Butter Day. It's National Butter Day.
He
That's
is the
right.
closest.
Big butter.
It is National Fast Food Day, but it's also National Butter Day.
I love big butter.
Margarine.
Here are 3 fun facts about butter and 1 lie that makes everything taste a little better. Here we go. Number 1, rats will not eat butter. Number 2, the first butter would have been from yak, goat, or sheep's milk.
Huh.
Nice.
Number 3, it takes about 2.5 gallons of whole milk to make 1 pound of butter. And lastly, in early English culture, it was traditional to present newlyweds with a pot of butter. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 1.
Yeah, number 1 is the answer. Son of a bitch. I thought it would be so obvious that you wouldn't pick it. You're a winner.
Yay!
And I'm happy.
Thank you.
And
Yay!
you can hear the happiness in my voice for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
You mother, you're not. All right, I'll see you later.
Your Honor, I would like to present that there's a possibility that Jim is in fact not happy.
I tell you I don't like something, and what's the first thing you do?
He's sitting in that room with P.A. McGee. What do you think the first
Well,
thing
why
he's
do
going
I
to do?
constantly get blamed for his actions?
You are not being blamed. You are given credit, Jack.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, sir. Were you proving my point that you are in fact not happy? Are you not happy, are you happy?
It's not my favorite thing that you do on the program.
I rest my case.
It is true. Rats will eat damn near anything, including
Really?
butter. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I thought that. I thought that was real. I did not think that
the
one.
smart balance they won't touch.
I definitely thought that was the lie. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
I thought the newlyweds pot of butter. I thought that was.
I thought it was like the Whoopi Goldberg as a member of the NRA thing. It seemed so unbelievable that nobody would guess it. That's what I thought it would be. Like, just it seems so like obvious that no, that's got to be Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I failed. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I failed.
Yeah, you did.
I just can't picture a rat going, "Oh my God, is that butter?
Right.
Ew!"
I just ate the butt out of a dead buddy of mine, but I'm not touching this butter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's margarine.
Let's see. These things are true. The first butter would have been from yak, goat, or sheep's milk. Want to tell me why?
Well, cows hadn't been domesticated
That's right.
yet.
It's for another 1,000 years.
We were milking yaks?
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
They still do.
They still do it, by the way.
Hell yeah.
And what they do is they put the milk into a goat's stomach, like a dried out goat stomach,
All right.
and then they fill that with air, and they put it on the end of 2 rods, and then they rock it back and forth so that the motion will curdle and create the butter.
Whoa.
It does take about 2.5 gallons of milk to make a pound of butter, and in English culture, it was years ago common for newlyweds to get a pot of butter. Here's some other things you may not know. Butter is one of the most complex dairy fats or dietary fats out there, containing more than 400 different fatty acids.
Which is why it's good for you.
Mm-hmm. It is actually good for you.
It's good for you.
People are, the science is actually swinging around on butter and saying that it is way better than the alternative. Used in moderation, like everything, it can be good for you. Butter comes in blocks because of
physics.
But how they change, how they store it,
how they weigh and measure it.
Because the paddles that they used to churn the butter were square, so it was just easier for them to cut it into squares because of the shape of the paddle.
Not wrong.
I think we're all right.
Butter gets its color from
imagination.
Cowpea.
Fat.
From the cow's diet. So a more hay or straw diet, it'll have a lighter color. And more, I think, flowers and things that are in the field that they would eat would give it more of a... And they do dye it to give it a uniform color.
Is that why Irish butter tends to be a little bit richer?
Yeah, it's a little more yellow. I think it's because of the dye, maybe. Ancient Norsemen were buried with vats of butter to take to the afterlife. And in Ireland, archaeological digs commonly find barrels of butter buried in bogs to preserve it and protect it from thieves.
Wow.
So they would put it in a barrel and bury it in the cold bog. It would keep forever. By the way, butter will keep on your counter unrefrigerated for up to a month almost. Like 3 weeks, you can just leave it out there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, people don't know that.
Yeah. And lastly here, butter doesn't have to be refrigerated. Actually, it will keep perfectly on your counter for up to 3 weeks.
Any temperature thing? Because, of course, Florida is different than if in some other areas of the country can get hot here. But
I think mostly in an AC,
keep it out of the sun.
Yeah, you don't want to do that for sure.
Do you guys ever churn butter?
Oh,
before?
yeah.
I love churning butter.
If you get real milk, like creamery milk, and you churn your own butter, it actually has a cheesy flavor to it, and it is unbelievable. What's coming up for thoughts?
Speaking of cheesy,
you're from Wisconsin, right? Don't you fry things of butter out there at fairgrounds and stuff?
Oh yeah,
they have fried sticks of butter.
I had a cousin who wasn't from Wisconsin who would just eat sticks of butter.
Oh, rest in peace.
All right, smart
guys, for Ross Thoughts, I need your help to convince my fiance to sell our home.
Are we?
Oh God!
Listen to me. You and I need to talk.
Yeah.
Every one of your Ross Thoughts is about something to do with. We should be getting a fee here for your marriage counseling. Free marriage counseling.
But if you think about it, the problem actually gets worse by the end of Ross Thoughts
I
because
know.
of us.
Yeah, so you owe me.
But now you want her to sell her home?
Yeah, I want to sell that house.
All right, let's find
Can't
out.
wait till we
What?
crack this open.
Let's
I'll
find
tell you
out
why. I'll
find
tell you
out why
why.
next.
Great.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Authorities still working to clear this crash north on 417 that's taken up the left lane. Big delays between I-Drive and Jongyang Parkway. It's also solid westbound on I-4 between Park Street and Ivanhoe Boulevard from an earlier wreck there. And a heavy ride between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. Slowdowns too eastbound on I-4 between Sand Lake Road and Kirkman Road. And also between Conroy Road and Jongyang Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring full-time and part-time roles. Earn hiring bonuses of $1,000 for housekeeping and steward and $1,500 for cook one and chef assistant. Pay rates range from $15 to $20 per hour. Apply at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is unbelievably important your air conditioning works every single time you ask it to. Mills Air is the reason mine does. It can also be the reason yours does. Preventive maintenance is the key. Matter of fact, right now is the time to start that plan because as things start to heat up and more people are requesting their services, maybe a little difficult to find them. You get online right now, you're all set. They've been doing this since 1992, 29 years of experience in keeping you nice and cool. Their techs know all the brands. You don't need to worry about what kind of AC you have. They can fix it. Chances are have the parts on the truck ready to go right now. And they're carrier factory authorized dealers as well. Let's get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air, family owned and operated, ready to help you right now. It's easy. Call them 407-277-1159. Online, it's even easier. MillsAir.com.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Fence Outlet's Fence in a Box saves you money on a gorgeous aluminum fence for as low as $2,571. Get all the materials to complete an average backyard of 120 feet with a gate included. They make it so easy. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Every morning starts with possibility. The possibility that in an instant, everything can change.
We begin with breaking news this morning.
Each hour.
Tracking that severe weather threat back to our west.
Each minute.
Crash causing some major delays, so a heads up.
Each detail becomes more important.
Orange County leaders are looking at a new plan.
Join Jason, Meredith, Kellyanne, and Jacqueline for Wesh 2 News Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. Local, live, late breaking.
Only one show can bring us together.
Today, teens and parents.
Cameron Hall.
How do you speak in your space of truth?
I am my best self, mind, body, and spirit.
That just brings a smile to my face.
I was in physical anguish.
I don't know if I would dress up like this for a lot of people.
Right on.
Yes! Can we just take a moment here for a second?
Candid conversations that matter. The Cameron Hall Show.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line's greatest deal ever is here. Book today and enjoy 70% off the second guest. Plus, receive 7 free offers, including free open bar, free specialty dining, free air for second guests, and much more. Up to $4,250 in value. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
T-Mobile for Business supports small business owners during their busiest time of year. Switch now and we'll pay off your phone up to $1,000. You keep your phone and your number. Plus, get $200 in Facebook ads on us, so you can reach more customers and finish this year strong. Visit your T-Mobile store and make the switch today. Up to $1,000 via virtual prepaid card for eligible device payoff. Allow 15 days. Qualifying credit service port-in and timely redemption required. No cash access on card and expires in 6 months. Details at T-Mobile.com. Ads via virtual prepaid card when you port in a line with 2 plus more lines or have 3 existing lines.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2 plus lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2 plus lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2 plus unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733, and take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. And hello to one tasty Thanksgiving feast free with all our rewards points. The golden brown turkey, the perfectly seasoned stuffing, the fresh veggies, it's all so...
Rewarding?
Exactly.
Your refined palate misses nothing, my twin.
I propose a toast to free groceries.
Enjoy the most rewarding time of the year. Winn-Dixie.
It's a win-win.
Terms apply. See store or WinDixie.com for details.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My AC is blowing hot air.
Unfortunately, all of our representatives are busy.
What about my air conditioner?
But if you'll just listen to some more on-hold music...
Then you'll send someone right away to fix my AC?
Well...
Don't tell me.
Would be nice if we could do that, but...
You really won't?
We really won't.
Awesome.
I suggest you try again tomorrow.
This would never happen if I'd called Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
When will I learn?
That is the eternal question.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your AC isn't working right, you need help now. A helpful operator ready to assist on your schedule and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
You do make things so very hard on yourself. Have you considered therapy?
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Text the nationwide keyword PAY, P-A-Y, PAY, to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's PAY to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show.
Alrighty, your 6 o'clock keyword is pay, P-A-Y. Again, text it to 200-200 for your shot to win that $1,000. Your 6 o'clock keyword, pay. Make it very easy for you. 3 small letters. Text that to 200-200. Good luck, man. We would love to see you win that dough for sure. If you haven't visited the website, do that. JimColbertLive.com. Lots of brand new content up.
Yeah.
Blog entries, everything from one of the worst avalanches ever. Ross, what'd you put up today, buddy?
I put up the drones of EDC Orlando.
Yeah,
EDC
200-foot owl, pretty sweet.
I mean, you can't even believe it, really. I mean, both of them are amazing. So check it out, JimColbertLive.com. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's find out what Ross is thinking.
It's weird.
Got to sell my house.
It's funny.
No, you
selling it. I'm
Sometimes.
selling it.
Cashing in, Mo?
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Sort of speak.
It's Ross Thoughts.
That's a weird phrase, sort of speak.
That's not right, though. It's so to speak. So to speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me that you're joking.
I've always
so
thought
that I
it
don't
was.
get unbelievably angry.
Oh, I mean,
Simmer down over there.
I thought it was so to speak.
It's so to speak. What makes that so to speak? What makes that valid?
I don't know. That's why I'm challenging it.
Well, it's kind of like when people say all intents and purposes.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think it was?
All intensive purposes?
No, it's all intents and purposes.
Yeah, an intent.
Yeah, it's like everybody get in your tents.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't just like an intensive purpose.
No, it was a speech at a Civil War camp.
Can I tell you, I'm sorry I started this.
I started it. I thought it was so to speak.
It's so to speak.
Like you're talking about soda. So to speak.
Yeah,
so
so to speak.
to
right.
speak.
That's my new podcast, so to speak.
So
you
three
start
separate words.
Talk
So
about Dr.
to
Pepper
speak.
next
So
week.
so to say.
Oh.
So if I were to say.
I need caffeine free now.
So to speak.
Right.
That's
No,
dumb.
no, it's so. I mean, it'd be like.
No, so to speak is dumb.
Just speak. You don't need to say so to speak.
There are people tearing their eyes out right now.
In their
Can we
ears.
move on?
Well, that was Ross thoughts for today.
No,
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
Hey, I guarantee you there's a couple sort of speaks out there.
There aren't.
I think there might have been a handful, maybe 3 to 4. This
Yeah.
is a big platform.
All right, do you teach a class somewhere?
So to speak.
You didn't hear an R there?
No. So to speak.
A soft R? All right. I need to sell my home.
Where does this come from?
It comes from,
So to speak.
so to speak, I'm done with it.
All right.
I want
What do you mean you're done with it?
It's not.
You
How
have
you
to-
done? How are you done with the best investment you have going right now?
So this because investment misvestment. That's a hard word to smear.
Right, it is.
It's impossible. You can't
in Florida.
You can't talk schmuck investment misvestment. It's impossible. Please try.
Investment schmishmeshment.
It's impossible.
Investment and smashment.
Investment fishmeshment.
In perpetuity, so to speak.
Right, right.
Perpetuity. So to speak.
Right, so to speak.
For all intents and purposes, he needs to sell his home.
For all intensive purposes.
Stop while
and
you're.
I've got intense purposes.
What has happened that's gotten you on this path of wanting to sell your home? What something had to have happened.
It stems from that I've never really lived in a home.
Okay.
Remember when I melted your face off like 2-3 years ago when I first moved into this house and I said I just mowed my first yard?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my God.
Right.
What a POS. And I was like, hold up. Not.
He does come in kind of hot at times.
I've been an apartment boy my entire life.
Right. That sounds weird.
I've been an apartment guy.
There you go. That's better.
Born and raised in the apartments from Misty Pines all the way down to Middlebrook Firearms.
Nice.
Off of,
Middlebrook Firearms is funny.
yeah. Not the best place.
Right. Yeah.
It was-
Great rent though.
Yeah, great rent at the time. Always an apartment guy, but now I live into a house. I thought I was like, oh man, I can't wait to be a homeowner.
Yeah, man. That's it. That's the game. That is the game.
And then I realized there's a lot of surfaces.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of flat surfaces.
A lot of things to clean and paint. Or paint.
It never ends.
Oh God, I know.
It never
sweet
ends.
Jesus.
Now we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we know.
You're just angry about being a homeowner.
I got homeowner negative vibes.
What do you mean?
I don't like it.
Homeowner regret?
I want to live in a 1-bed, 1-bath. Remember when you guys all lived in an apartment? Remember when you didn't have to care outside of where you lived? That was the best part about living into an apartment. When you moved into one,
Right.
all you had to focus on was what was on the inside of the apartment. Now I live in a home and I'm like, I got to remulch this. I got to pick up leaves because nobody else is doing it.
That's right. You're the owner.
I'm the owner.
That's right. There's pride in that.
And I want to have the Harry Potter closet. That's where I want to live. You know what's the benefit of living in a small place? If you just pick up if you live in a 1-bed, 1-bath, all you have to do is just move a shirt from the left side of the room to the right side of the room, and you just cleaned your room. It's
So
done.
you want the lowest possible impact possible.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who wants kids.
Yeah, and the reason why,
Can you imagine when
I'll
they
say this, it's because that way I can focus on my kids.
So what you're saying now is your homeowner duties, whether it be mowing the lawn, cleaning, whatever, have now kind of surpassed your interest in doing those things. And you think that's wasted time or something?
I picked up dog turds for an hour and a half this morning.
Yeah, but you love the dog. That's part of the price you pay for loving the dog.
I fixed a fence via cinder block.
What?
I fixed a fence via cinder blocks.
Would you use it to cover a hole?
You used it just to hold a board up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fixing a fence, dude.
I don't know.
I think I
not
fixed the
fixing-
fence. That's fixing the fence.
That's a coin flip.
It looks really good.
That's a coin flip.
That's a coin.
Cinder block is
How
nah.
close?
Depends on the situation. It can work for a while.
How close you work? If she doesn't look at it real close, it's fine.
No, she can look at it all she wants. It's done.
You know, she'll be out there with the nail gun using the cinder block to hold the board in place while she nails the board back in.
For all intensive purposes, this fence is fixed, and I nailed it. I grabbed a hammer. I got a sore right hand.
I do say you sound silly.
Nay. I say nay. The fence is fixed, but here's the thing. I just wake up and I'm surrounded by all of these things to do, and I do them.
Uh-huh.
They just take a little bit.
Is your fiance proud of you for doing the things when you do it? I mean, do you feel that sense of pride in helping out around the house and stuff? Do you not have that?
I have somewhat of a pride, but it's also like
you sound annoyed.
I'm annoyed
You
because
sound really annoyed.
I put an hour and a half right in this like part of my yard this morning, and I was like, man, I am doing work.
Oh yeah, man.
And then I look at all my hard work, and I was like, my yard still looks like it smokes meth. I got a meth head yard.
Let me ask you.
My yard looks like me.
Does it mean anything for you to have a place that looks nice when you to live there? I mean, does it mean anything to you to have the grass cut and the landscaping good and the house painted clean? Does that have any value to you, or could you just come home to a house that is kind of unkempt as long as it's nice inside? I mean,
I think the vast majority of the value stems from that I don't have to do this again for a little bit.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
That my to-do list has shrunk.
Okay, why?
Because I just did it.
You've done everything, gotcha.
You know, as soon as I do an activity, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm not surrounded by as many things that I have to do.
Do you feel like you have to do something every day? Is there a list? Do you have the to-do list from the fiance?
No, it's just me
She doesn't
freestyling.
That's good. I mean, that's admirable, buddy. I mean, a lot of dudes just kind of wait for their girls to say, hey, I need this done, and then do it.
Yeah, I don't need a honey-do list.
Yeah, that's cool. What's the thing you hate doing the most? Is it just the yard stuff?
It's just the mentality of waking up and being surrounded by something that you have to do. There's always something to do.
Is it cleaning the pool?
Oh, God.
It is pitch black.
Yeah. I know.
The pool is bad.
No,
It's a
it is
tarp.
dark out. Well, that's what they like savings ending.
There are elephants waiting to climb in to die.
The Black Lagoon has a sequel. It is in my backyard.
Yeah.
The creature, the little gills on the neck.
Yeah. Easy to get out of there, buddy. Say the word.
So to speak.
Okay.
All the sort of floor to speak. I just.
Your fiance is. Are you legit thinking about pitching this to her? I mean, this is her.
I want a tiny home. I want to live in a bus.
Yeah, the problem is right now, if you sell, finding anything within 20 miles of the city is going to be really difficult,
Well,
even small.
Then let's wait 5 years, see this bad boy crash. Let the real estate market pull a skirt U-turn, cryptocurrency crash.
Tough. I think it just started going back up again.
It's been going up nonstop.
Yeah, it took a little pause there, but I think it's on the way back up.
You don't feel that? You're not surrounded by a to-do list every morning?
Of course he is.
Yeah, buddy. I have a lot of stuff to do. I mean, are you kidding me? I have a ton of stuff to do at my house all the time. And I wish I had more time to do the stuff I need. But I will tell you this, and this, I do have people that take care of my lawn for me because that is my least favorite thing to do around my house. But like other stuff, like serious stuff, I'll do all day long. But I do not like doing yard work.
I was weed whacking, took a rock to the cankle.
Oh, man, that is a bitch.
It didn't hurt that bad because it's a cankle.
Man, that hurts. I've had a number of those.
God, man.
Cankles?
Man, I bet you're good at it, though. It's a shame you don't take pride in it. It really is. Because a lot of people, you take pride. Like Jack.
You take pride in this?
Yeah.
You don't look at it as an errand? You don't look at it as
of course you do, but those are things you still have to do. You're an adult.
But you want your house to look nice. When you come to it, you want to look at it, and you want to smile, even inside, deep on the inside where no one else can tell.
Right. Do you want your neighbors thinking you're that neighbor?
They already know he is. His neighbor put up a fence. And the guy, I believe, is Mexican.
Because I was mowing his yard. Because I was overworking. Because I mowed a little bit of his yard.
Yeah, but
Get over it, Javi.
My point is it really isn't that much stuff, right? You said an hour and a half out of your entire day? That's not that much, man.
Every day this week.
Does your fiance know how you feel about this?
Absolutely.
And have you mentioned possibly selling the house to get something smaller? Absolutely right.
No.
See, how do you just be honest with me, because we're way late here.
Oh my God.
No, that's okay. Honest with. Do you think that she would even be remotely interested at all in a move of that nature?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Your confidence says none at all.
So to speak, yeah.
Okay. She loves her house, right?
Yeah.
She loves her house.
I love the house.
It's
I just
her
don't
house.
love owning a home.
Well, you don't, so don't worry about it.
Which is why I don't.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that I'm the one doing the work. Oh.
But it's part of living there, dude. You help pay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that's going to be... You guys better get married, or that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm getting half that house, right?
Yeah,
is that a thing?
Nope.
Oh, is that why she hit me with the prenup?
We're so late.
Those are your raw thoughts. I'm out.
So to speak.
So to speak.
I knew what we were going to talk about in a minute.
Peace.
But I know what we are going to talk about next.
Oh, potty break.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
We're seeing big delays now heading west on the 408 between John Young Parkway and Pine Hills Road. There's a disabled vehicle stuck in the center lane. Heads up, avoid the area if you can. Northbound 417, still a stop-and-go ride from a crash taking up the left lane between I Drive and John Young Parkway. Southbound 429 heavy now between Sinclair Road and I-4, as well as westbound I-4 at Ivanhoe Boulevard. See traffic problems? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World.jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring full-time and part-time roles. Earn hiring bonuses of $1,000 for housekeeping and steward and $1,500 for cook one and chef assistant. Pay rates range from $15 to $20 per hour. Apply at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Man, the holidays are here, and I am so ready to help you take a little stress away when it comes to buying something special for that special someone in your life. You got to go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road in Orlando. You know, David Layer and their team have been buddies of mine for over 20 years, and that's where I go for all of my personal jewelry. All of it. All the important stuff I purchased in my life for other people came right there from that shop, and here's the reason why. These guys are really good at it, and they're extremely personal when it comes to making those big decisions, whether it be an engagement ring, wedding ring, or even just maybe a tennis bracelet or a nice pair of earrings. They have all the great jewelry you want, great loose diamonds as well. You get the best quality for the lowest prices and even fast free shipping as well. Just go to goldsmithjewelry.com or visit them, 1212 Lee Road, right there in Orlando. Be sure to tell them I sent you down.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 brought to you by Moses DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. The time is now to join Solis Health Plans because Solis has the benefits you're looking for. Benefits with relief for the day-to-day, like $35 a month on a Healthy Foods gift card. Plans with zero copays on everything. Up to $1,200 a year in quality OTC products. Best of all is that Solis is truly local. We're neighbors, and neighbors help one another. Join Solis Health Plans today. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. And hello to one tasty Thanksgiving feast free with all our rewards points. The golden brown turkey, the perfectly seasoned stuffing, the fresh veggies. It's all so...
rewarding?
Exactly.
Your refined palate misses nothing, my twin.
I propose a toast to free groceries.
Enjoy the most rewarding time of the year. Winn-Dixie.
It's a win-win.
Terms apply. See store or WinDixie.com for details.
Central Florida residents, it's time to Black Friday like never before. AutoBuy wants your vehicle. If it has wheels or floats, we will buy it for the max. We're paying up to $1,000 more than any competitor. On the spot and in 20 minutes or less. Plus, this month only, get a Black Friday shopping spree on us. To get the max, visit WePayTheMax.com.
Final offer contingent on vehicle inspection. Must sell your vehicle to receive the shopping fee, which is a $250 gift card. All offers expire month end.
Hi, this is Maria with Ivy Smith. Come work for one of America's largest utility construction companies with locations throughout Florida. Contact me directly by dialing pound 250 on your wireless phone. Keyword Ivy Smith.
I talk a lot about Don, that mortgage guy from HomeLoansRadio.com because I loved working with him. Everybody I talk to loves working with him as well. HomeLoansRadio.com is so easy to work with. All you do is you go hit apply now, and then Don will get back to you super fast. HomeLoansRadio.com. Trust me, it's worth it.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to a dentist. But instead of filling you in on ways to save on your policies, he'd probably be too busy filling in that loose crown. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, who will use their expertise to polish up your policies, from home and auto to renters, motorcycle, boat, and RV too. So while, yes, your dentist can save your smile, your Geico agent could save you money, which will make you use that smile a whole lot more. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local. If you've got a personal auto insurance question, you could talk to a cab driver, although the policies he recommends might include avoiding the interstate, beating traffic by taking the back roads, and only making left turns when absolutely necessary. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, whose policy is to use their expertise to navigate your insurance, finding the best route to help you save money on insurance for your home, car, and more. And as an added bonus, you'll be able to avoid traffic jams and potholes entirely. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
Hard Rock Live presents Classic Albums Live. The Eagles Hotel California this Friday, November 19th. Classically trained musicians performing the album note for note, cut for cut, live Friday, November 19th. Get tickets and info at hardrockliveorlando.com.
All pain is not the same, but it always hurts. Whether it's acute or chronic pain, in your nerve endings or in your central nervous system. Whatever kind of pain you're in, get this must-have free ebook, 45 Ways to Tame Your Pain, from the trusted experts at the Arthritis Foundation. You'll learn about effective ways to help manage your pain without a prescription, ranging from lifestyle measures to techniques, devices, and over-the-counter treatments. When should you use heat or cold relief? Which complementary therapies might work for you? What can trigger natural pain-relieving chemicals in your body? Plus, learn how sleep quality, stress, physical activity, and even what you eat can affect your pain. Get new ideas for your journey to become pain-free with 45 Ways to Tame Your Pain. Download your free ebook today at arthritis.org/iHeart. That's arthritis.org/iHeart.
iHeartRadio and comedian Sebastian Maniscalco are sending one lucky fan and a friend to the Big Apple to see his Nobody Does This tour at Madison Square Garden next month.
Gonna fly you out, gonna set you up with some seats, give you a little VIP merch, open up the iHeart app.
Yep, just do what Sebastian said. Open the free iHeart app and listen to 24/7 comedy.
For your chance to win.
And you can see him live in New York City.
See you in New York.
iHeart. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
iHeartRadio.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Man, you're killing me with the music today. I can't figure any of this out.
This is
This is the 90s?
Yes.
Throwback in the 90s.
Yes.
These guys had another big hit, right?
Yeah. This is the Freestylers, and it's I had some 90s compilation CDs that I've been going through, and then I find things that I'm like, oh, that will work, and I grab that. Yeah.
You hit me with that Gino Latino last week, and I cannot listen. I can't stop listening to it. Like, I cannot stop listening to it.
Oh, that was so... Oh, man, I just remember...
Welcome.
getting
God
so
almighty, crazy.
wrecked. And...
Oh, yeah, that's it. Just passed out Thursday night. Don't even know where you are. Pre-Uber. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack. And Ross as well.
Yep. Oh, yeah. What'd it be like there, Jim?
Prenup, huh? Those words were said?
Oh, I don't even know what it means. Do we even need one? Do we need one? Do we want one?
When I got remarried after my divorce, which was, I talked about on the air openly,
Hell yeah.
And it was, it was brutal. I mean, it was just brutal. I mean, it's just impossible to explain, when you're going through one of those things, if you've never been through that kind of, in that kind of pit, especially if children are involved, it can get, it just can get nasty. And when I say brutal, not brutal because my ex and I had our differences and we went through a period of time, but that's all way behind us now. There's no ill will from me or anything like that. It never really got vicious, but either way, the emotional separation is brutal, and of course the financial aspect of it is no fun either. But and when I got remarried to Tori, I had guys when I mentioned that I was going to get remarried. Or married again, or whatever, however you're saying that. I had so many people. The first thing guys started asking me, are you getting a prenup? Are you getting a prenup? Are you getting a prenup? And I said, well, I don't believe in them. And I got called stupid in every language that you could ever be called stupid in for saying no to a prenup, because they just thought it was the right thing to do, the smart thing to do. And I just, for me, I don't know, man, it just would always linger as that thing in the back of your head, like making a deal going into a marriage is kind of a weird thing for me. I don't look at anybody who got one like, I don't look at them any differently. I mean, it's just a personal choice, but I couldn't have even imagined asking my wife for that. I couldn't have even said, I just couldn't have imagined even saying like, hey, look, considering our scenarios and stuff, maybe we should sign a prenup. And for the record, she was making more money than me when we got together. She was crushing the commercial real estate world until 2008.
Baka.
And we married in 2005.
Stupid in Japanese.
In 08. Yeah, but man, she thought about it, huh?
Well,
yeah,
you may not have known how to ask for it, but we should probably ask Ross how Olivia did it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It's true. Just the minute you get married, the minute you get married, you don't automatically get the house. You're not automatically part of it. You know that, right?
What?
So I go ahead and let me throw this out
I already
here.
bought it, Ed.
We have spoke about a prenup. I'm team prenup. I feel like I'm almost indifferent about prenups.
What do you mean by indifferent? You don't really care either way?
Either way.
So if she asked you for one, you would be cool with signing it?
It makes so much sense.
How so?
Because I see more divorces than successful marriages.
Right.
It's very pragmatic.
I mean, look, you're 100% right. Probably more people your age are thinking like that.
My dad had more divorces than children.
Your dad really? Your mom wasn't?
My simple math was wrong. It's
Yeah.
4-3. Four kids, 3 divorces.
Oh, really? I didn't know your mom wasn't his first wife.
Negative,
Oh,
Ghost Rider.
Did not know that. That's right. That's where the sisters came from.
Yeah, I got half sisters.
How's that going, by the way? Are you guys still chatting?
Talked to her last Sunday.
She had a prenup?
A wit dog.
All right.
I don't think she ever got married.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just look at prenups. Sure, are they romantic? No, of course not.
Yeah.
Are they filled with logic beyond all belief to me? A little bit.
But that doesn't necessarily. Those two worlds can be oil and water, though. The idea of logic.
I think they are.
And the idea of just passion and heart. I mean, you look at that. I mean, because obviously, it's kind of a loaded question, right? I mean, if imagine if Chris came to you and said, "Hey, I want a prenup." Now, I assume you guys know each other's assets and things like that. I mean, but could it be for other reasons as well? I mean, would you be offended if he asked you for a prenup? I mean, you guys are about to get married.
I'd be a little hurt.
Would you?
But I would also understand because there's a stickiness to divorce that you never think about when you're getting married.
But just out of curiosity, what logic would you, why would you be upset? What would you would think
because
that
like you,
not a total commitment kind of thing?
Well, you can't help but turn to John DeSty to, what, you setting up your out?
Right, yeah.
There's no out.
Yeah. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, I just think if you're not all in, it's kind of hard to do that. But I know people who are very successful with prenups, and it never even comes up. You know, it never comes up.
I think it's still I think it's a wise approach, and I think it's a very, without getting generational, but getting generational, it's very millennial. They again have seen decades of marriages not work. So if this is their way of confronting it, rather than dealing with it on the back end, then I say kudos. As long as both people feel, protected.
Somebody just texted and said marriage is a business agreement, and part of it is a business agreement. So,
they never were really about love and everything until the Victorian era. I mean, before that, it was leverage.
Don't you think it would affect the way you handle your marriage, at least financially?
Yeah, I think it would. And that's why I think, again, this is for me. I'm not casting, doubt or, any aspersions on anybody who's done this. But for me, it would be difficult for me to consider myself all in on a relationship and have that be part of the program. It would be difficult for me. If you look at my life, outside of my first marriage, I'm a long-term personality.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who are short-terms that can, stay somewhere a month and then somewhere else a month or whatever. If you look at my portfolio of clients, most of my clients have been with me 8-10 years. And there's a reason I like long-term relationships. That's how I like doing business. So I'm more apt to be in long-term scenarios most of my life. And for me, when I make a commitment to something like that, I just think that's like an escape hatch. And, really, when the radio show was started, I left a very, very good job paying me quite well to come and do this with no idea if this would work or not, knowing I could not go back to the show I left. That was not going to be part of the world. So, there is a certain aspect of my personality that says when it's time to go, it's time to go. And there's nothing that's going to set you back. So I would feel weird knowing that there's an escape hatch in a relationship. It would be hard for me to commit 100% to it. And I've been called foolish by a number of people who are way smarter than me.
I mean, you can, if you switch your perspective, you can go ahead and say that it fuels commitment.
How you do? And how would you say that?
Because
if you have an out financially, a lot of people would only stay married because of the financial repercussions of divorce. Matter of fact, I think over the last 5 years, there has been a gigantic increase in couples that don't want to live or be together, marriage, but they can't afford to get divorced, so they just live in separate parts of the home until their financial outlook becomes more advantageous and they can make the move. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what could fuel affection. If I don't do this, you're about to leave my ass. Okay, go ahead. 50% of all marriages in the United States ends in divorce.
But that's a pessimistic way to look at it.
I mean,
50 also very successful.
There you go.
Exactly.
Look at Jim.
Glass half full, glass half empty.
All right, sure. 50% of marriages are successful.
Now
does that sound better?
Yeah, well, yes, it's fine. What's wrong with that?
There's 50%. It's the same statement.
50% of heart surgeries are successful.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
Only if you're getting heart surgery.
It's telling the same story, right?
And in this case, I am getting heart surgery in this weird metaphor. Do you think second marriage divorce rates go up or down?
For the second marriage?
Yeah.
I think they actually are better. I believe it's your third marriage that's supposed to be the one that's supposed to be the longest tenure. I would say goes up. Like it's a better chance to stay with your second marriage.
Jack?
Question again?
Your second marriage, is it more successful or less successful?
Yeah, more likely to be successful or less likely.
You would think it would be more successful. Divorce rate is higher.
Divorce rate is higher. 60% of second marriages end in divorce.
Oh, man, I am crushing these odds, guys.
Go for third. Do you have the stats on the third marriage?
Oh, yeah, it's actually surprisingly positive, except it's not.
No.
It's 73%
on the third marriage.
All third marriages end in divorce.
I always heard the third marriage was the one that worked the most.
Because there's a song that says third time's the charm.
Oh, is it really? I didn't
comedy
consider that.
rule of three. It's hysterical when you're in court.
So this is my second marriage. Deb, this will be your second marriage.
My second marriage.
Jack's only been married one time.
My first.
Ross?
I'm still chilling at 0.
Ross is prenup at his way to 2.
Okay.
Prenup at his way to 2.
I just
Wait, just out of curiosity, what would you want to protect in your prenup?
I don't even
what would your
understand
prenup
that
sound
question,
like?
dude. I guess my 06 Sentra.
No. But no.
It's the only thing I own.
Future earnings.
Future earnings.
That's what you're talking about. You're talking about future earnings.
Yeah.
Do you guys combine your finances?
No,
you don't.
Not
Is
yet.
That, okay, so
and I look at that and I'm like, I don't even understand if that's necessary. We're
that
aware of how much money we have.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
I think that means something.
It doesn't
That's a
really.
step in a relationship.
Yeah, I guess sharing your financial information. I mean, you guys worked at the same place, so you were aware just simply because of the pay rate of where you work. You know what it is.
Yeah, but you also know how much you don't know how much they've saved.
Right.
I think that's very personal to be like, I have X amount of dollars. That's a personal thing in any relationship. You don't do that on date 2.
No, I understand that. But in a relationship, the whole idea is transparency, right?
Yeah.
In a marriage, it's transparency. So what you're saying is you will know what the other one makes. Now, would you have? Well, I'm getting the dumb face.
No, I'm just saying you're saying it's all about transparency, but I would also say that it also comes with trust.
Yeah, if you're getting married, you should trust the person. That should be like the number one thing. Love and then trust.
And trust doesn't need transparency. If
you
trust,
you
see, the two of them are.
Well, listen to this guy. Will you listen to this guy?
I think, though, that's what transparency can lead to trust.
Now, I think you're saying that transparency leads to trust.
Right. Like, here it is. Like, you want the code to my cell phone? Here, I'll give you my code to my cell phone.
That's a great question. Does your fiance have access to all of your digital accounts? Like your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook?
Absolutely not.
Your phone code?
No. I mean, yeah, she probably knows my phone code. It's not great.
But she doesn't know the passwords to your email accounts and stuff?
No, and if I were to ask her for her passwords, she would also go like, what? You trying to hack my mainframe? And I would be like, so to speak.
Let's go around the room here. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wife have access to all your electronics?
Yeah, she knows what my
all the
passcode
passwords
is.
and stuff?
Absolutely.
Deb?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same here.
And why?
Just because.
That's if he grabs my iPad and needs to do something and he needs the code, then here's the code.
Let me ask you, why not?
Does he not have an iPad?
No, but it's not important. It's that he's going to use it. It's mine. He needs access to it. Here's the code.
Or here, I'm driving. You text back our daughter and say we're not sending her money. Right. And so she'd have to use my phone to do that.
So you give him the code. And here's the trust. Next time Chris goes to use my iPad, I'm like, you remember the code, right? He's like, no. And then he'll give me some of the numbers. And then I'll give him the code again.
Yeah, it's usually how it works.
I mean, I feel like these are very specific situations that I just have not had happen.
Well,
but the point is,
that's true.
When you get married, these questions are going to come up. And maybe not, because you guys are, again, you're 2 generations younger than me, brother. So the way that you guys roll is already kind of unique to me, because you guys, so in my world, my wife and I spend a lot of time together. We're around each other quite a bit. Of course, we don't have kids. We're home all the time together. And then on the weekends, we just around each other all the time. We are each other's favorite person. So we want to be around each other all the time.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you guys aren't each other's favorite person, but at this point in your life, like, you go out and do stuff, and you guys have separate lives and live them all the time. She has her friends. You have your friends. I mean, there are weeks when you'll talk to me and I'm like, wow, man, it sounds like you haven't even seen her very much. But that's a new young relationship but you guys have different sensibilities than older people like that.
I mean, we have plenty of mutual friends, and I do see her every day.
Yeah, but I mean, going out and dating and stuff like that. I mean, you guys do that occasionally, but
usually at the least once a week.
Once a week, good.
Once a week, we'll go out, ball out, get drunk, suckle on some olives.
So she has the house. Of course, that's a massive asset. You would just basically have to say, okay, any future earnings, because also when you're saving money, like when you enter the 401k thing, I mean, when you marry, that's all, the money you make when you get married, if it's not determined, that's where it starts. Like when my wife and I got together, if something were to happen, we were to get divorced, they look at what I had when she came into the relationship and then kind of figure out where it went from there, and then do the divvying, as it would be. Oh, that's a terrifying thought. Jack, oh, God. Been broke. No fun. Oh, God. Jack, I know you're doing something this weekend kind of cool.
Yeah, this Saturday, excited about it because it's a really big thing. Solar Source is making a huge donation to an animal clinic. It's the Spay and Save Animal Clinic right in Longwood, where they do low-cost spay and neutering, for people to make sure they're taking care of their pets. So what Solar Source has done is donated a complete solar system for them which will be, providing the electricity for that. Cool. And it is going to save them. It's estimated over $100,000 in electrical costs over the life of this. So the money they will not have to spend on electricity, they can focus on keeping their prices low and taking care of animals in our community.
Very cool.
So it's this Saturday. It's from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. I'll be hanging out. It's 988 North Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Longwood. It's the Spay and Save Animal Clinic this Saturday. Join me there midday.
Right on, man. Hope you have a good crowd out there. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call, guys. Let's get some fun going and get out of here on a Wednesday evening.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call on the Jim Colbert Show. 407-916-1041.
This Real Radio 1041 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We've got some mild days ahead as we look at the weekend preceding Thanksgiving, but it looks like some cooler weather working in just before the holiday next week. Tonight down to 67, tomorrow's high 82. We're going to have a lot of clouds around and even a couple of showers developing. Tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, a 30% chance for rain. Rain chances will be intermittent through the weekend, becoming breezy as well, but mild through Monday. Monday's high, by the way, 81 before we drop into the 60s. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Altamont Mall. Celebrate the holidays by stepping into the magic of the Wishing Forest at Altamont Mall. Visit the Wishing Tree Grove, capture magical moments with Santa, and give back to your community with nostalgic games. All proceeds will benefit Allie's Hope Foundation. Visit altamontmall.com to plan your trip.
You know, the great thing about doing business with Rebathroom in Florida is you're dealing with a national company with standards, policies, and procedures to make sure you get the bathroom job you paid for handled professionally and to completion on time every time. And they do this in just a few days, 4 to 6 days. And not to mention, Rebath products have a lifetime guarantee, and that includes the installation. This is not a chuck in the truck company that'll drop by, take your deposit check, and then disappear for 3 weeks. This is a national company that protects you and your investment in your new bathroom. And to really understand what Rebath does, you got to go to the showroom, put your hands on it. See yourself these beautiful sheets of products ready to be installed. Natural stone, marble, travertine, all those beautiful colors are ready to go. And bathroom remodeling, well, that's all they do. It's their entire focus, from shower and tub enclosures to a simple shower tub conversion, complete bathroom demo and remodeling. It's all available. No cookie cutter one size fits all. You get the bathroom of your dreams when you choose Rebath. They'll custom fit every product to exact dimension. That ensures your new bathroom fits perfectly and creates a beautiful groutless look that you will absolutely love. And now Thanksgiving and Christmas can be at your house. You're proud of your bathroom. Rebath will do that for you. Hop online today and look at their before and afters and then book your appointment, man. It's very easy. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
You've taken allergy meds for years. Are they helping? Congestion, drainage, still there, and that sniffle just doesn't stop. The Cleveland Clinic says common allergy pills are associated with depression, weight gain, even dementia. Do you really want to be taking those for years on end? Aspire Allergy and Sinus helps thousands with treatment that actually works, not drugs that never solve the problem. Say goodbye to allergies for good at Aspire. Call 844-MY-RELIEF. That's 844-MY-RELIEF.
I've been renovating homes for over 20 years, so I know that homeowners love details. On Houzz, that's Houzz, you can find pros like me read reviews from our customers and see our completed projects. Plus, pros on Houzz can give clients a project dashboard where they can see all the details of their renovation anytime. That's peace of mind for my clients and less paperwork for both of us.
Join the more than 65 million homeowners using Houzz and find the right pro to give you a great renovation experience. That's Houzz.
Don't wait to put an end to junk sleep. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and wake up a better you. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and save up to $500 on adjustable mattress sets. Unjunk your sleep, only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. See details at mattressfirm.com.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part, you can get it fast, like same-day pickup or next-day delivery fast. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Same-day pickup and next-day delivery available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
Sunnyside Electric.
Yes, the switch for my ceiling fan doesn't work.
If you'd like to completely rewire your house, press 1.
No, it's just a switch that doesn't...
For a new 6,000 amp panel, press 2.
Panel's fine, I think. Just the broken switch.
Tiny little switch, and you expect us to come out and fix it?
Well, you are electricians.
Not really worth the bother to us.
Well, it bothers me. I can't turn on the ceiling fan.
Maybe just tape a sign on the switch that says out of order.
You're out of order. This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Guess I didn't.
And here we are.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical service, you need help now. Licensed electricians who are happy to fix any electrical problem, big or small. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you'd called Frank Gay in the first place, it would probably be done by now.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Boss! Got some bad news in the Crooks R Us newsletter.
Uh-oh, what is it?
The headline reads, Safe Touch Security proven to be more dangerous to crooks than ever before.
Let me guess. Is it the guaranteed response? No, it's gotta be the two-way communicator, right?
Actually, it's the new integrated Safe Touch Security video cameras.
Ah, great. Safe Touch up in their game again.
Boss, now the homeowner gets notified on the Safe Touch app if someone even approaches their house.
It just doesn't seem fair.
Nowadays, getaway cars aren't even safe. Those Safe Touch systems catch everything.
Well, the good news is it doesn't change a thing. We still just stick to the Crooks R Us golden rule.
Stay away from Safe Touch houses.
Remember that and everything will be fine. Now, for a limited time, the Safe Touch Advantage plan includes free equipment and installation for new customers with an Advantage monitoring agreement. The Safe Touch doorbell camera, a $200 value, can be added for just $99. Call Safe Touch today at 888-723-8682 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
I like to keep things easy and simple, and homeloansradio.com was so for me. All I had to do was click apply now on homeloansradio.com, and I got a mortgage super fast. Don actually closed on my house in 16 days, and I loved working with him, and you will too. homeloansradio.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992 here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory authorized dealers. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect upcoming breakdowns. Go to millsair.com.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
All right, let's see. Coming up tomorrow, we have Brendan O'Connor, and of course, not Colbert Court tomorrow, but Santa Clausman in tomorrow.
Yay!
Which means our buddy Glenn Clausman's going to have a fistful of Publix gift cards for you to have an opportunity to answer some trivia questions and win some Thanksgiving dough. You can go out there and buy your dinner. They're saying Thanksgiving dinner is going to cost more than ever now. Things are going up. It's harder to get stuff. I've seen a bunch of turkeys, so I heard there's going to be a turkey shortage, but I haven't seen anybody with turkey issues. Everybody's had access to one.
How long can a turkey be in the freezer before it's no good?
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, I think that's
I pulled one out that we put in there last year.
My man.
I mean, I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah. The key is, since I bought the fryer oil yesterday, so I think we have to take it out Saturday. It's like a certain amount of days per pound for it to frost. If you put it in the fridge,
you got to put it in the fridge, and then
because it cannot be one bit frozen when you drop it in that oil.
It cannot.
Really? Why? What happens?
Well, that water and that oil, that thing will blow. Oh, God.
That's how you have
Why don't you
stories.
YouTube, YouTube wet turkeys being fried.
Wet turkeys,
But
you got it.
Wet is okay. Frozen is
Oh,
really,
really?
yeah.
That's a
I mean,
dry-aged
you
bird.
dry it off, but usually injectable marinade. Oh, good
But
time.
as the ice inside starts melting, though,
Yeah.
water and oil.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's very bad.
And don't forget, if you're frying your bird, to make sure you get the temperature a little higher, because when you put the bird in, it will actually lower the
drops,
temperature of the oil, and you don't want it to be that long.
And also, if you're going to have, if this is your first time frying or your 20th time frying, they usually recommend frying it away from any kind of structures that could burn, be it your porch at your home or near your garage, because many a first-time turkey fryer has ended up setting their home on fire.
Oh, yeah.
And also, one thing you fail to manage is the amount of oil you have and the amount that's going to be displaced when you put the bird in there. Yeah.
So you fill it up with water first.
Yeah, water. You can even do it with the cold oil and put the bird in there, but then you got oil on the bird itself.
Yeah, what you do is you fill it up with water, you drop your bird in, figure out what the displacement is, make a mark on the side of the pot, and then fill it up to that, so that when you drop your bird in, the displacement is perfect.
Man, it's got to be good when it's fried turkey, because that sounds like a whole hell of a lot of risk, but it sounds delicious.
Well,
it is unbelievable.
It's actually really easy. I know an hour before we want it done is when I start frying the bird, because
it's unbelievable.
It's like 3 minutes a pound.
And the flavor is genuinely unbelievable.
Yeah.
And if you,
Never
and if you,
had it.
If you brine it perfectly, you can even inject it when you fry. You kind of be careful.
Don't brine. I brined it once, and you get that salt on the outside. It blackens it. It's completely. But I took a bird out, buddy. Everyone looked at it like, "Oh, we're screwed." But you peel that away, and it was fantastic.
See, I brined mine and fried one. I didn't have a problem with it.
The injectable. Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
You gotta shoot it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And why
heroin
did
problem.
you laugh at me about?
I just enjoyed the passion and the level of disappointment. I've never had it. I don't know.
Damn it!
It's unbelievable.
It's almost like you were about to apologize. I'm sorry. I failed.
It's almost hard to roast one and get it as perfect as you can just frying it for 45 minutes. I mean, it's crazy. All right, who we have to thank today, Deb?
We want to thank Kathy Burns and Granola from the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando. I'll be posting Animal House ASAP. And, of course, Sweet Cheeks himself, Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell.
A big thank to our friend over on the gym members page who was brave enough to post that up there, so we could talk about that a little bit today. Jack is 1,000% right. We probably should talk a little bit more about mental health on the show and where that legislation is going to help people out that need it. We know that a large percentage of homeless people have mental issues, and a large percentage are vets with mental issues, PTSD and other things, as they come home from protecting our country and then have to deal with that with no help or assistance. It's tough, man. Almost unmanageable at times,
In some cases, but there are lots of great resources out there. UCF Restores and Canine Patriots for partners.
Yeah. And it's about connecting the resource with the people in need. And a lot of times they just feel like isolated and without at their wits' end and not knowing where to turn.
And sometimes they don't have access to get the information. If you're on the streets, where are you going to hear that from?
Right.
Jack, I know you're going to be out this weekend.
That's right. I'll be at the Spay and Save in Longwood from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. this Saturday, along with Solar Source, your source for solar in our community. They're donating a complete system to this animal clinic, and you can come there for the festivities. It's a flip the switch ceremony, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Hey, and don't forget, we are going to restock all the tools Ace Hardware's this week, so Saturday morning you'll be able to slide back out and pick up your spices again. All the stores almost sold completely out.
Really?
So, yeah, it did quite well.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So we're getting it back out there, and don't forget, Cyber Monday, it will go online. You can buy all 3 bottles at once, but that on the online, that's the only way you can buy it. I'm not going to sell them separately. Yeah. We're only sending out all 3 bottles at once.
The set. It's a Christmas.
The set, right?
Great stocking stuffer.
Perfect. God Almighty! It could not be a more perfect Christmas gift to anybody who enjoys the show or just wants their food to taste good. And I'm just now starting to get some feedback on people using it. Amazing. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to rip down some videos of some recipes that I use them for, and then have those up there for you guys to check out. Ross, stand up.
I'm doing stand up this Friday in Daytona at the Streamline Hotel. It's on top of a roof. You can get your tickets off of my Instagram or any of my social medias. It's right there. I hope to see you there. In fact, I think there's only 10 tickets left.
Yeah, you get your seats immediately.
So it's going to sell out.
All right, Party Mom, last call.
So for all intents and purposes, Ross.
Yeah.
Your investment or your smishment makes me announce a royal commencement. smoke weed every day.
Hey, there you go. Thanks, Party Mom. Mike, last call.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
I got a joke.
Okay.
Okay, what did one sheep herder say to another sheep herder?
I don't know.
Let's get the flock out of here.
All right, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. He was proud of that. Hey, high
was
five.
proud.
Hey, high five. Tom. Oh, Tom.
Wow.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but sensibly, his wife's a realtor, and she's a sensible one in the house. So I got two things, but she's a sensible one. She knows not to, right now is not the right time. Number two is when the rat went up to their trap, he said, I can't believe it's not butter.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right, guys, tomorrow, like I said, Bruno O'Connor and, of course, Clausman with Santa Clausman. He'll have a fistful of Publix gift cards for you to try to win. We'll do that tomorrow for sure, plus your calls and texts all day long. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful